And welcome to the Super Bowl special of the Wise Talk podcast. I am your host, Cabrion Wise. We're kicking things off with our Super Bowl preview, as I have Ben Doherty right to the left of me, Enrique and Cross, and Chief Marketing Officer Bryce Belash. I'm calling Bryce B. Let's call you Bryce B. All right, Bryce B. Let's call you that right there. All right, let's just head straight into the Let's just head straight to it.
Before we start, thank you for having me, Cameron.
Yeah,
yes, thank you.
It's your job, but it's your job, but all right. We're gonna kick things off. The big game. Go to right here. All right. The big game. The Eagles versus the Chiefs. They face off this Sunday night on Fox, starting at 5:30. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs are both respective number one seeds in their own conference as they look to close their season on top. And Ben, we're going to start with you, and how's your outlook coming for this game here?
So I am taking the Chiefs here. I'm taking Chiefs by 9, 35-26. Chiefs by 9. I'm doing this because Patrick Mahomes. That's really the X factor. I was watching a sports talk show over the weekend, and there was a list of the top 3 quarterbacks. And it was Patrick Mahomes 1, Joe Burrow 2, and one-legged Patrick Mahomes 3. One-legged Patrick Mahomes just beat Joe Burrow. So Patrick Mahomes is by far the best quarterback in the league, and I think that's what's going to get him the Super Bowl.
Okay. Bryce?
I did not look at this graphic we have on the screen. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 4 on the predictions. 7 people say the Chiefs. 4 say the Eagles. I have the Eagles 37-34, Jalen Hurts winning the MVP. I think the Eagles' defense just blows every other defense out of the water in terms of like defensive secondary and up front. They lead the league, I believe, 70 sacks as a team. And then not only that, their secondary has just been ridiculous this year. They forced 40 total turnovers, 17 of them coming on interceptions, and I just think that's too much to handle. They disguise a lot of different coverages, and we can get into that in a minute here. They disguise a lot of different coverages, and they have tons of scenarios they can use. And in my opinion, I think Patrick Mahomes is hurt, and I think that will affect him. And this is too good of a defense to play hurt against. So I got the Eagles 37-34.
There we go.
I got the Eagles winning 35-28. Like Bryce said with Patrick Mahomes being hurt, that's really one of the main things that made me pick the Eagles to win. And also that their defense, but also like he said, their defense is just amazing. So with them flying around and Patrick Mahomes being hurt, that's really like the Bengals got. The Chiefs already just got like bailed out by that one play with that play really he just got bailed out. So like
it was a bailout.
He did get bailed out, but does Patrick Mahomes make the play on the next snap?
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
He's got 6 seconds to get.
Yeah, but he has to actually then you have to score a touchdown.
You have to score a touchdown.
Yeah,
it's not a field goal situation. It makes it 4 down.
If you get the ball out quick to the sideline, 6 seconds is enough to catch the ball and get out of bounds.
Yeah, but they needed 15 yards. Yeah, they needed 15 yards.
You're not getting out of bounds that
fast.
Because
not only did they get granted, they didn't get an extra play, but they got 15 yards, putting them into field goal range. They weren't close.
No, they were not.
They were not close. That's a 25-yard play because Mahomes ran for...
He ran for like 16.
Oh, no, I thought it was...
No, he ran for 16.
Was it?
So that was a 30-yard play right there. They were not in field goal range. There's no way the Chiefs win that game if they didn't get bailed out. And I'm not saying it wasn't a penalty. I'm saying they got bailed out by a player that just, young guy, made a mistake.
He had a great game too. Like Asai was like he was flashing all over the place, and then that one play cost his team and is needed too. That was pretty bad.
So on that play, that was Patrick Mahomes to the 42 when he went out of bounds for a 5-yard run.
Oh, that was I told you it was
that was
felt like 16 because he was so slow.
He got out of bounds with 8 seconds left. So
he would have had one play to try to get 5 yards?
5 yards?
But still, 5 yards, you got 37 plus 10, 47. That's over a 50-yard field goal. It's not guaranteed.
And Harrison Butker barely made that field goal.
Right,
That
it's not
hit the ground.
guaranteed.
That didn't even get to the net. So
Yeah, that's not guaranteed. So, I mean, that's a good point to be made.
So for me, I have the Chiefs 28-24 with Patrick Mahomes winning Super Bowl MVP because, of course, if anything, maybe Travis Kelce could win it because I believe he's going to have a huge game. I'm like predicting like 120 plus receiving yards and 2 touchdowns.
He'll only have a huge game because the DBs are going to be locking up the receivers.
That is very, very true. I think it could be like almost similar to like what Tampa did against Kansas City, like just completely contain Tyreek Hill, even though Tyreek Hill not there yet. Can like contain him, keep him under 3 catches, and just let Travis Kelce work. So because here's the thing. Now, Travis Kelce had like what 130 yards that Super Bowl against Tampa, but
Wait,
it was almost
Tyreek
worthless.
Hill's not there yet.
I said Tyreek Hill isn't there is not there
there
anymore.
anymore.
That's why. Okay. So because Travis Kelce, he had a big game when you look at the stats, but it really didn't impact to winning because Kansas City still didn't score a touchdown, even though Kelce had 130 yards. And the reason for that is because Tyreek Hill didn't open up the offense like he normally does for Kansas City because you get so worried about them vertically, and now you're at their mercy. And Tampa really controlled that game. But I think it'll be a bit different because Patrick Mahomes is going to be looking for Kelce right out the gate.
Lesser receivers, though. The receivers aren't as good as Tyreek Hill.
That is very, very true. And also about the AFC Championship game for Mahomes, I think we have to give him a little more credit than we actually give him because he did lose his top 3 wide receivers in that game as well because McCole Hardman was out. I believe MVS actually he came back, but then he got injured. He came back, and who's their even third best receiver? I mean,
isn't there like a Snead?
I mean, we're looking at Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yep, Juju Smith-Schuster. He got injured. Yes, that's right.
McKinnon and Watson are their top receivers. But I think another factor we have to look at is Noah Gray is going to have to block his butt off.
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
With Kelce going downfield a lot of the game, he's just a big receiver. He does not block a lot. With the Eagles' pass rush, Noah Gray is going to have himself a game.
Well, and like I said, they have 70 sacks leading football, and that's just something where the Chiefs' offensive line is really going to have to step up because you're not going to block guys like Josh Sweat easily or Fletcher Cox. Like, their pressure is all along the line. It's not just the edges. It's not just the middle. It's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, because with like you mentioned the amount of formations that they really that the Eagles defense run. They run like 11 different. We're gonna actually show it to you in just a minute. But I also want to look at like the trends of like both the Eagles offense, like the Eagles offense and defense, and the Chiefs offense and defense. So we're gonna start off with the trend of the Eagles offense. There's a stat here called defensive value over average. It measures the team's efficiency by comparing success on every single play to a league average based on the situation and the opponent. So this really focuses on efficiency and how well they've performed against the teams that they faced. More right. So when you look here from weeks 1 through 10, they were they had the third best offense according to DVOA. And it's very, very I mean, you could expect this. This was when the Eagles was like they went like 9-1 or 10-0 at this time.
They were good. They were really good.
They were very, very good. People was complaining about their strength of schedule here. About their strength of schedule, but I didn't really think it was really all that much. But when you look here, from weeks 11 to 21, not 16, 17, because that's when Jalen Hurts was out.
Right, Gardner Minshew was playing, but he's the good anyway. So.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Very good quarterback.
So when you look at their offense here, their passing offense it's average, but look at that run. That's a 30%. That's like big time. Because I looked here, the 30% DVOA is the second highest run offense ever, trailing over the 2000 Rams. That's Greatest Show on Turf, Rams. That's Marshall Faulk led. So that's pretty damn good, because now you have Jalen Hurts running the ball. You have Miles Sanders running the ball, and then their backups Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott. They're very efficient for the play for the snaps that they get, and it's paid off from at the end as they've ran their way to the Super Bowl here. And now I would like to
I mean, something to throw in there though. In those first 10 weeks, they did only play 3 teams over 500 or 4 teams over 500.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
The Lions, the Vikings, the Cowboys, and the Steelers, and 2 of those teams were 9-8, barely over 500. So strength of schedule wasn't there, but still very impressive.
Yeah, very. Now for their trend defensively. Now their run defense early in the year, it started off well with Jordan Davis there, and then he got injured and a significant drop off was noticed. And then they signed Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh, and it's improved over around mid-season, as you see, like weeks 11 to 21 there. They went from the 29th worst run defense to the 10th best rush defense, and that's pretty good. Their passing offense, I mean,
it's still good.
It's still
Doesn't
elite.
matter that it dropped.
Yeah.
They're just. My question is for you for this last one. I know you guys won't be able to see the graphic, but what's the difference between why does the numbers change? I don't see. Is it just because there's no championship game?
Oh, yes, because the NFC Championship game, they removed it because the 49ers went through 3 quarterbacks.
Okay, gotcha.
Because they went through Brock Purdy. He only attempted 5 passes that game,
many,
and then Josh Johnson was playing in the NFC Championship game.
That's ridiculous.
Josh Johnson. I mean, come on now.
If
It should be two quarterbacks and a reserve one if they necessarily have the 2 quarterbacks. You can only have 2 quarterbacks on your roster on game day. I feel like now they're going to have to change this rule.
Yeah, they will. They're gonna have to change that rule.
Reserve refs. If a ref goes down, there's another one in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sideline. They should have that for a quarterback.
Oh, definitely.
Especially quarterback.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
I mean, for a league who prioritizes quarterbacks over anything, you would think they would do that. So,
I mean, we're also looking at, if you're looking at offense defense splits between the Chiefs and Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Phillies in the regular season, not including postseason, run defense was 16th overall in yards per game, and the Chiefs running offense was 20th.
Right.
So when you match up, those are bottom half defense offense matchups. So it's going to be decided in the air. The game is when the Chiefs have the ball, the game will be decided in the air. Chiefs are the number 1 passing offense.
Way better defense.
The Eagles have the better defense,
Yeah,
realistically.
They're
Yeah.
going to win the game.
No.
Defense wins
If you
championships.
just
Patrick Mahomes wins championship.
here's the-
Wins
No,
championships.
not with the hurt ankle. He doesn't.
Didn't you just say it's going to be decided in the air?
Yeah. And Patrick
you
Mahomes.
think he's going to be able to get it done in
And
the air?
Patrick Mahomes is going to
With that
get it
defensive
done.
line, with that defensive line,
Absolutely.
he's not
With-
as healthy.
with
He's
the
not going to be
best-
able to run out the pocket
Absolutely.
like
the
he
best
usually
pressure
does.
team in the whole NFL.
well, here's an
Hurt Patrick Mahomes is not going to get it done. I'm sorry.
here's an interesting stat. Patrick Mahomes already twice in the regular season. He has already faced the top ranked pass defenses in the postseason. And here's the stats. He's thrown a combined 664 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, and won both games.
In 2 games.
Against the best pass defenses that he has faced.
How were their defensive lines? Good. Were
They faced the 2019 San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. That's a pretty damn good pass rush.
It's a very damn good pass rush.
But I don't think it's equally balanced
It's
throughout
not-
the whole line.
It's not as good as the Eagles. So when you look at it this way, right? Okay, you could have a good pass defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think a good example of this could be the Packers. So if you look at the Packers,
Okay.
their secondary on paper looks pretty good.
I get, yeah.
Like it's not ridiculous, but it looks pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we can't get pressure,
Yeah.
we're never going to be able to help them out. So even if they're good, we can never help them out because we're not giving them chances to take plays off necessarily.
I mean, it also doesn't help when your defensive coordinator is a moron. I mean,
that's not really what.
And also with Green Bay, Rashawn Gary also did get injured, so that had a lot to do with their pressure. Because
Right.
Rashawn Gary
So-
was on a Pro Bowl pace before going down.
So with pressure, it makes it so much easier for your corners because you're getting to him faster.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And
Corners don't have to run around.
Here's
all
the
day.
thing. Here's the thing with this too. The only comparable spot in the defense for both these teams is their front.
Yeah.
You cannot compare the secondaries. It's not close. You can compare the front, and it's still not really that close.
Boy, are you sure? Because San Francisco is about to be the home of the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, but you like it's not as equal. Like you can't just like
San
send a double
Francisco.
team to any.
Yeah, San Francisco.
I think he's talking about the Chiefs
I'm talking about the
line
Chiefs.
and the
yeah,
The
not
Chiefs-
not even close. Not even close.
Not
Yeah,
close.
you're right.
It's still like a 15 sack differential. There's a turnover differential between like fumbles and the interior line, and you have a I don't know. Like I really don't know how to feel about the Patrick Mahomes injury because I don't know.
Right.
But if he's injured and he can't escape that pocket, Jalen Hurts will be able to escape that pocket. So I think there's a lot going on with like, will Patrick Mahomes be able to move around? That's really the key for the Chiefs. And even if they can outside contain, he's done.
Yeah, that's true.
And he takes one hit from Fletcher Cox or Sweat, he's done. He's so done.
I think he has enough in him. He can take some hits. He's not going to be done after a hit. I mean,
Well, if
he's
your
a big boy
ankle's
here.
really that bad, trust
Have
me.
you ever had an ankle injury?
If you want anyone to talk to ankle injuries about, I got you. Coach John, you want to attest? I miss practice damn near every day. That ankle
Exactly.
injury. Ankle injuries are not fun, and I never even had a bad one. If his is as bad as he's trying to say it is, he's going to take another hit, and
It's a high ankle sprain, right?
yeah, high ankle sprain. Yeah.
high ankle sprains are not to play with.
Exactly.
High ankle sprains is full 100% probably a month.
The next hit he takes, if it gets any worse,
What
he's
he cannot do is he cannot get hit if he gets hit in the first half, that's fine. But in the second half, that's when it's going to be a problem because that shot is going to run off.
Yeah.
right. That shot only lasts so long.
That shot probably lasts an hour and a half, and then your adrenaline takes over for probably 20, 30 minutes. What's going to hurt him is that he can't take that shot again. Is the fact that, honestly, to tell you the truth, low key, no bull, I would take that shot second half.
All right.
Play it safe.
Yeah, that's
low
low-key,
key.
like-
You're going to need that because they're going to send more pressure second half.
I mean, and another thing to look at with the Eagles pass rush in the Bengals game, MVS was the Chiefs' #1 receiver, 116 yards with 19 yards per reception.
Makes
Only-
me sick.
and that means that he has to have time to get downfield. And so the Chiefs O-line is going to be able to and will block enough for MVS to have a big game.
Okay, now
Ben, I don't think you're comparing the Bengals defensive line to the Eagles.
I'm not comparing them. I'm
You
saying
just said-
I'm,
I don't
you
do
just
it.
said
I don't
that the
understand what you're
offensive
trying to do.
line could block the Bengals defensive line to give them time.
and I'm saying they will do the same thing against the Eagles. Patrick
it's
Mahomes
not
might
the
get
same
sacked 3 to 4 times, but they're going to give him enough time to get big plays down the field to MVS.
Half of his big plays come off like the scramble drill. He's not going to be able to do that. He's not like
Was he
This is the most
scrambling?
disciplined-
Was he
this is the
scrambling
most
against the
disciplined-
Bengals?
yes, the
How'd
play
they
that
win-
literally
how'd they
made them
win
win
the
the game.
That let's look at Patrick Mahomes' rushing stats from that game.
That
He had 8 yards rushing. 8 yards rushing. 5 of them were on that unnecessary reference.
Exactly.
Roughness play.
he's also hurt. So,
So-
what
so-
we're showing is it affects him. Secondly, they're playing the best defensive line. If he can't move, this defensive line is going to absolutely kill him. You just pretty much proved my point.
Exactly.
He cannot move out of the pocket, and this defensive line is going to manhandle that offensive
What
line.
I'm saying is they're not going to manhandle them. They are
Are you
not
joking?
going to manhandle the Chiefs'
Come
offensive
on.
line.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely not.
Okay, Brown, what are we
You can't
thinking
count
here?
rushing because rushing is rushing yards after the line of scrimmage. He's scrambling around. And
Right.
Exactly.
But he really didn't. Though.
What?
In the Bengals game, he wasn't running around like we've seen him do in the past. He
Yeah, 'cause he
did a
can't.
lot. He did
He
a
has a
lot of
high
pocket
ankle
passing.
sprain. But either way, you're proving the point that if he can't scramble, if he's hurt and can't scramble, all it does is close in on him, and there's no you can't make a good read with pressure. It's
Exactly.
I don't care who you are, he's not going to do it. How many pass attempts do you think they're making here? 30, 40 pass attempts? He's not going to do it 30 to 40 times.
In my opinion.
Okay, here we go again.
if
in
he
your
played-
opinion, the Giants are going to win the Super Bowl.
When his ankle was at his worst against the Bengals, which it was, he didn't have this 2 weeks to recover like he does now. When his ankle was at his worst, he went out and he got it done. And that's what he's going to do.
The
He's
Bengals
going to
defense
get
is
it done.
trash, bro.
It's not trash.
It's
It's not
trash.
what the Eagles
It's
are,
bad.
but
It's not even close to
if
what the
they
Eagles
can
are.
go get it done against
The only
The
thing
Bengals, they
the
can
Bengals
get
have
it
is
done
their
against the
offense.
Exactly. Their offense is literally carries them.
The only thing the Bengals have is their offense. Okay, bro. Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm
man.
trying to hear what you gotta say.
What
Gabriel.
is this face about?
Y'all finished?
Go ahead.
Y'all finished.
You got it. You got
Are y'all finished? Like, seriously.
it. You got it.
I've only talked for 3 minutes. Are y'all finished for real?
Oh, you got it. Go ahead,
Okay.
Mr. CEO.
Okay. I haven't even finished this yet. But I was about to finish on the Chiefs offense. Please go right, please, coach. Please go right.
Can we talk about this real fast? Just real quick.
All right, wait, go
So-
back. Oh yeah, yeah. Stay right there.
All right, so here's something I found interesting. So the Eagles run 11 different defenses and they disguise out of them. That's the thing. Patrick Mahomes is going to be one of the smartest quarterbacks. Like, I'll give you that. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason the Eagles are winning a lot of games is because no one can figure out their schemes. That's all I got to say. Go ahead.
And I also say this about the Chiefs offense. They could potentially struggle because the Eagles blitz only six. Like among blitz rate, they're 16th in the NFL. But they're 16th, but their blitz success rate is second.
Oh wow!
If
they blitz, they're getting.
If they blitz, they're getting to them.
Hint, hint. It's over for Mahomes.
But they're getting more from it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
essentially, if they could even jump up and blitz a couple extra times, it's over.
They're probably going to.
They will.
Yeah.
It's a big game.
As much pressure as they can do.
Balls to the wall. You got to go.
also, but here's the thing: Mahomes is known for destroying blitzes. That's what he is known for, really.
But he's injured.
Figuring out where the blitz is coming from, and he throws into that blitz.
Yeah. So the Chiefs' offense, the DVOA without a blitz, this is something I have here. They have a 44.9 DVOA, which is 7.7 yards per play when they're not against a blitz. They're 6.6 yards with a 29.6 DVOA with the blitz. That's like a 15% efficiency drop off. That's pretty big. So the Chiefs haven't really been as great against the blitz as they normally is. That kind of where Tyreek Hill comes into play, even though Mahomes is still the MVP. But it still impacted them. And as you see here, the Chief offense, they've been number one all year. That's just pure ridiculous. That's ridiculous here. And now with the Chiefs defense here, this could be, as Bryce says, this could be the game changer here. It could really be the game changer because as you see here, their pass defense, it went from 27th 1 through 7. It was one of the worst defenses in all of football. Weeks 9 to 21, they've improved a lot. They've improved hugely. You say what?
Did they pick up anybody on defense, or is this the same defense?
No, it's the same defense.
Their defense
I think
is actually really thin too.
It's thin.
It's impressive for how thin.
Yeah.
It is. I'll give them that. They got 9 rookies.
Yeah, they got rookies all over the place. Trent McDuffie
McDuffie
is probably their best corner.
Shout out to Leo Chenal from Wisconsin, by the way.
Yep, absolutely. The Wisconsin linebackers went crazy this year. I'll just say that. Jack Sanborn from Chicago.
Oh my God.
Coach J at first wasn't sold on him, and then he kept seeing.
Admit it. You're sold. You're sold now.
You're sold, aren't you?
Not the fastest, he's not the strongest. He just
Oh no, he's the strongest. He's huge. Come on.
knows how to read compared to Fred Warner and stuff.
Okay, well, it's
I mean, Fred Warner and Shaquille Leonard, and that's not fair. That's not even fair.
Cameron. I do have one thing to say about these types of things. The Chiefs' schedule, it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
And yeah, they played the Bills and the Niners, but when they played the Bills, they lost.
Yep.
They beat the Niners by a ton, but I don't know how I feel about the Niners. I really don't.
Well, with the Niners, that was probably
It's the weirdest season to have a good season I've ever seen before.
And plus, also, that 49ers game was actually San Francisco's first game with Christian McCaffrey, and he just got traded that
'cause
Thursday.
he had 6 or 8 touches. He didn't really get that many touches.
He didn't
'cause
really
know
get
the playbook.
touches. And plus, Garoppolo was also the quarterback at the time, and he can unravel at any point. So.
Right. Yep. Okay, fair.
We also did get our first look at Brock Purdy that game, 4 for 9 with a pick. So
Yeah.
I think
That's
he
true.
came in at the end of that to see.
Yeah, he came at the end. Yeah.
But regardless, the Chiefs' schedule, it was not all that.
It was not.
When they played a good team, they lost.
Yeah, that's
Simple as that.
And they weren't scoring that many points in the beginning of the season. It was not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't.
Yeah.
Their offense was doing nothing against nobody defenses.
They put up 44, 27, 41.
They put up 44
30.
against the Cardinals.
Okay, but then they put
I mean,
up
that's the
41
Cardinals.
It's the
against
Cardinals.
the Bucks.
I mean, Jalen Carter is about to legit be drafted in Arizona for a reason.
It's not like they're putting up 17 points against the Cardinals. I mean, you should be putting up 44, and that's what they did. You should be putting up 27 on the
They
Chargers,
lost to
and
the
that's what
Colts.
they
They
did.
lost to the Colts.
That loss to the Colts is a bad loss.
That's terrible.
17 points.
Yet again, it was week 3.
Okay,
So who?
you're Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, right?
Okay,
Win the game.
You're right there. You're
See?
right there.
Yeah.
You using my logic against me. Huh?
Uh-huh.
You using my logic. Okay, I got you. I got
Hey,
you.
if you're gonna tell me Patrick Mahomes is the best, you got to prove it. You can't be
Okay,
losing to
I'll
the
give you that.
Colts.
I'll give you that.
Who was starting that week? Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan?
Oh
yeah.
man, come on. Let's be real. You lost to 44-year-old
Yeah.
Matt Ryan.
And plus, Matt Ryan also said he wasn't retiring either.
Oh no, he better retire.
I mean,
He needs to
he need to
retire.
join Tom Brady in Mexico.
Yeah.
Chiefs in that game gave up 222 and 2 touchdowns to Matt Ryan. The Colts only had 82 rushing yards, and they still beat him.
See,
That's,
Damn.
that's what I'm talking about.
That's
That
bad.
defense.
Yeah,
That is bad.
because Jonathan Taylor been battling
But-
injury all year.
Looking at what K. Brown was saying about the DVOA, I mean, it shows exactly what we're talking about. They weren't good in weeks 1 through 7, but it's weird because I think I don't know if I'm right on this. Y'all can correct me. I think 9 through 21 is where the rookies actually started playing.
Yeah,
you
I
know
can
about
check that.
that?
I can check that real quick.
K. Brown, do you know if that's right? Weeks 9
what?
through 21
We'll
is
look
where
at-
the rookies actually started playing more.
I actually think that,
And they were
that is
better.
yeah.
They were
Mhm.
better than the veterans.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is
wild.
ridiculous.
I mean,
I mean, if you can ball, you can ball.
You have nothing to lose. No one's behind you. What's going to happen?
Right.
If I make a mistake, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look in the Chargers game, which was week 12 or 11, their top 3 tacklers were a second-year guy, third-year guy, and a rookie. So that young talent started to show at the second half of the season going into, I mean,
Yeah.
they're kind of a win streak. They lost one game after their week 8 bye, and that was to the Bengals by 3. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. Also, the Chiefs' defense, it's all on one guy. It's all on one guy here. Frank Clark. He has the 3rd most postseason sacks in the history of the NFL. He has more postseason sacks.
Is he
than
interior lineman?
Yeah, he's interior / edge
Good
rusher.
night.
Sometimes
Good
he goes in between. Sometimes
Jason
he's
Kelsey's cooking them.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think he's going to get Kelsey. Here's what they're going to
They're
do.
going to put him outside.
Yeah, they're going to put him outside, and they're going to put him on Jordan Mailata. Because we all know the Eagles' O-line is elite. But here's the thing. There is a weak spot, and it's Jordan Mailata.
That's the only weak spot.
Yeah,
That's where they're going to put him.
Yeah,
Smart.
so here's a stat called pass rush block rate. The O-line is ranked 12th. Lane Johnson was number 1 among any tackle in pass rush block rate.
Very fair.
Landon Dickerson was the 2nd best guard. And he's like a 2-year guy. He's a sophomore. He's already that good. Jason Kelsey was 8th among all centers. Isaac Sumalo, 15th. Very, very good out of 64. So that's
Right,
pretty
yeah.
good.
It's not 32. It's out of 64.
Yeah, but Jordan Mailata out of 64 was 56.
Oh, yeah. So essentially your technique is to go after the weakest spot with your best guy.
Yeah,
Which
so
is
I'm pretty
smart.
sure Frank Clark is going to. I'm pretty sure like Spags is going to put Frank Clark on, according to the stats, the 8th worst passing protecting offensive tackle in football.
But then you get screwed over when they start running the ball the other side.
That's the problem.
Yep.
That's the
I mean,
problem.
it's one of those like lose-lose, like win-win or lose-lose, however you want to put it. If you start playing towards their weaknesses,
Mm-hmm.
you open your own.
right? Yeah, your weaknesses are about to shine, and they're going to shine ridiculously because the Eagles' ground game, in my opinion, is very underrated in terms of having multiple backs who can just shine on any given week.
That is very, very true.
I mean, in my opinion, with Jalen Hurts being such a versatile quarterback, the Eagles have the best run offense in football by their options, just what they can do with the ball.
Well, they can pass to their backs.
Yeah.
They can do. They could probably have one of the best screen games in the league if they utilize Devontae Smith and Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell. They have, options upon options upon options. With
Yeah.
a short
Yep.
passing game if things start to fall through.
Absolutely. So
Moving on.
All I'm
Yeah.
do is I'm not even gonna have you block. I know he's not gonna block. I'm just gonna just let him just read that. Let him
Yeah.
flush all the time. Don't even block. You go to the next level, and he has to make a decision. Whether he's gonna go with the run or go with the quarterback.
Okay, so that's going to do it for our Super Bowl preview. We will give you a reminder of every single player of every single member of the Watch Talk podcast, their predictions, and then now we are moving on to reviewing our All Pro team.
Let's do it.
All right. And now we are going to review our All-Pro team. And we're going to start with offense. So, this was a very interesting one in my opinion. A little bit. So, according to everyone here, here's our first team All-Pros. Patrick Mahomes at number 1. Of course. Josh Jacobs, who led the league in rushing, is our first team running back. Tyreek Hill was actually the unanimous selection and not Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson was not a unanimous selection, and he's probably going to win Offensive Player of the Year. So that's pretty interesting to me. I think I know who voted against Justin Jefferson. Okay. And also, Devontae Adams does not skip a beat without Aaron Rodgers, as he was voted as All-Pro. Travis Kelce, unanimous selection for All-Pro. I mean, no brainer there. Trent Williams and Lane Johnson were our 2 offensive tackles. Zach Martin and Joel Bitonio was our offensive guards, and Jason Kelce was our first team for center. So, any thoughts on that, guys? Here.
I mean, I think the Justin Jefferson not being unanimous it's blasphemy. I mean, whoever voted against him, which I think I know who it is too, that's unacceptable. I mean, he led the league in yards by 100, and Kirk Cousins was throwing the ball to him, and the guy that voted against him just found out that he was the one that did it. So
yeah, Mr. Bryce B did not vote for Justin Jefferson, guys. I'm gonna just take it like you leave it. And also, I would like to address a take that he also told me as well. He called Justin Jefferson very overrated.
Whoa, that's crazy.
If you
Yes,
put
you
up
did.
1,800 yards,
Okay, so I have a story. So
oh my goodness,
I called
here
him
we go.
overrated after Jair locked him up, and I was just trying to get on Cabrion's nerves when I said that. I might have not voted him as a unanimous All-Pro, but I was getting on Cabrion's nerves. That's why I said that.
This man taking L's.
What? Trent Williams and Lane Johnson weren't unanimous?
No, believe it or not, it's not, because
That's crazy.
believe it or not, I voted Andrew Thomas over Trent Williams. Actually did, because he has the better pass block win rate, and he was just slightly below in rush blocking. So, and Andrew Thomas had a very big year. Like, he was like on the cusp of bust territory, and then he just like that. It was a huge
Comeback player of the year?
I mean, but
well.
when you look,
He
at
should be a candidate. No bull. He should be.
when you look at the other 2 tackles, though, Trent Williams, that's a guarantee All-Pro. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a no-brainer. But then Lane Johnson to be one of the best guys on the best offensive line in the league, like,
I mean, he is the best offensive lineman in that whole crew.
Yeah.
yes.
And he's been that way for like the last 7 years. And also, he was battling injuries throughout the year too. He just went the entire NFC Championship game with a bad groin.
Yeah.
He's guard. He's a guard, right? Tackle.
Yeah, right tackle. So that's what we did here. Now one thing I have to address. Here's our second team. Joe Burrow was second team over Jalen Hurts. And that kind of shocked me there. And I believe that has to do with those 2 games that Hurts missed and the 2 games that Burrow played. But in one of those games, Joe Burrow threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, but are you talking about against the 49ers?
No, against New England.
Oh.
Because like in the first half, Joe Burrow was like on pace for 506. Like, I remember that first half. He was on fire, and then, like, in the second half, he just did that.
The only reason why I think I picked Joe Burrow for second team, I think I did. But the only reason why I say Joe Burrow is because of his impact on the team.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like if you give, and I'm not going to lie, Jalen Hurts is my guy. But if you give Gardner Minshew enough time with the starters, like if you put Gardner Minshew,
Don't feed into Bryce's narrative.
It's literally the truth. I mean, I'm not gonna, like impact wise. Like if you were a coach and you see impact wise, and you see your special and you see your skill players and stuff like that, Joe Burrow, we're going into a passing league.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the passing statistics, Joe Burrow was 750 more yards.
Yeah, he
13
destroyed
more
some, yeah.
touchdowns, but also 6 more interceptions. And Jalen Hurts had a much better passer rating.
Yeah.
So you also,
because you got to think about
Well,
it.
less pass attempts has a lot to do with it as well.
lot
and
less pass attempts.
it's easier passes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's making easier passes. If you go look at Jalen Hurts' passing yards, love the guy, not going to talk down on him, but if you think about it, watch his highlights passing the ball. It's RPO slants, it's regular slants, and it's anything down the field, post, fades, anything like that. You will not see him drop. I mean, you'll see him probably drop back, maybe throw a dig, but the only reason why he's throwing that 10-yard end is because they're 3rd and 10 or they're 2nd and 10 or something like
but
that.
he's also really good at what he has to do. Like they tell him to do it, and he does it. He goes out there, does it every single week.
Exactly, but he also has an offensive-minded coach that understands, like, hey, why would I put him in a situation where he can't thrive, where he's not going to thrive? That's probably the dumbest thing ever. It's like, I have this quarterback. I know he's not the best throwing the ball, but I know he makes right decisions when he throws RPOs, when he throws options and stuff like that. I would be stupid to try to put a West Coast offense or an air raid offense on him, knowing that he's probably not going to be better if I would have just put him in just an option read quarterback offense.
Yeah, because that's what that was actually a problem in Alabama, because there were a lot of air raid and all of that stuff, and you saw he got benched in the national championship game.
In Alabama, you have to make those tight throws in Alabama. You have to make those tight throws. And the thing is at that point in time, Tua could make those tight throws. Jalen couldn't. And we saw that. Yes, when he take off with his legs, unstoppable. But at the end of the day, if you put 8 in the box and you stop the running, what is he going to do? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's a problem that if a defense can just put 8 in the box and play cover 3 and you'll be fine.
I mean, real quick,
that's a problem.
While we're doing All Pros, who was the Wise Talk Coach of the Year?
The Wise Talk Coach of the Year, I believe it was Nick Sirianni.
Okay, as it should. Let's
yeah,
be clear.
It's actually posted on our TikTok, as a matter of fact. So that's so you can see
I
that
just wanted
there.
to make sure we had that right.
Yeah, but also I am very, very upset with y'all though. I'm very, very upset.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble.
Why do we have a 3-way tie at Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Brock Purdy's one of them?
Because he's the best.
No,
I don't know who I voted.
No.
I have no idea who I voted. If I mean,
Bryce,
I don't
you're
remember.
my guy, but you tripping.
No,
Brock Purdy.
the Offensive Rookie of the Year, it ain't even a question to me. The Offensive Rookie of the Year should be Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
Easily. He had 1,000 receiving yards with Amazon drivers at quarterback.
He do got a point.
Zach Wilson, Mike White, and Joe Flacco?
Who was the other?
Really?
Who was the other person? Who was the other? There was 3 of them. You said who was the other one?
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. I voted Kenneth Walker.
I voted.
Now, of course you did, Enrique, Seahawks fan. Of course you did.
Me personally, I was very big on that Seahawks rookie class that they brought in, so I did vote Kenneth Walker there. I mean,
yes. Seattle's rookie class is actually very, very good.
I mean, but think about it. I'm not saying I didn't pick Purdy. I wouldn't. But
who did pick Purdy?
Because I know I did, but it had to be a tie.
But look at what he did, though. He brought,
you're right. Someone else picked Purdy.
Mr. Irrelevant won 7 games straight.
Give me
49ers.
Give me Christian McCaffrey. Give me Brandon Ayuk. Give me a top 3 offensive line, and give me by far the best pro defense during that time. I'll go 7-0.
Book it.
All right, dog.
Book it.
Cabrion, offensive rookie of the year, 2024. Let's go.
No, here's the thing, because I like Brock Purdy. I really do like Brock Purdy. I think he should actually be the starting quarterback next year. But, I mean, come on now. Garrett Wilson had it was very great. I believe this season is very underrated to me. It's kind of like what DJ Moore did these last 2 seasons, and he had Sam Darnold at quarterback. and he was getting 1,000 yards.
That is true.
Situations matter here.
It's a lot of receivers that was in the league that actually did some pretty good things, but no one really said anything about it because they didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
mean, you also had guys like Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill running around the field. Those guys are going to capture your attention, but there's a lot of 1,000-yard guys.
But on top of that, too, those games are more primetime games, so everybody's got eyes on those games. You really didn't see Panthers in a 3:15. You'll see them at a noon game, and it wouldn't be. And if it's in Wisconsin, it's either going to be the Packers or the Bears. They weren't going to put the Panthers up here. It'll be Packers, Bears, or Minnesota. So you would never even see DJ Moore if you didn't see him going against those three teams.
Yeah. Now let's transition to defensive on pros, and I believe this is very, very, very interesting. Defensive ends to me, no question here. Nick Bosa, unanimous was a pick. Now, Michael Parsons did have votes from every single one, but we had different at defensive ends and linebackers, but we had more votes for defensive ends, so we put him at defensive end. But one person did not vote for Michael Parsons. Benjamin, explain yourself.
I did not know that it was an option to have him as a linebacker.
You said Aiden Hutchinson was better than Michael this year.
I said Aiden Hutchinson had a better year than Michael Parsons. Turnover-wise, the sack numbers aren't that different, and Aiden Hutchinson forced more turnovers. You're looking at that, and he's on the Lions' defensive line.
What did
and
you
with
just
the Lions
say?
What if the
defense
Lions?
behind him?
What does that have to do with anything?
You said
away from Michael Parsons. Right. Scared.
Yeah.
they don't run away from Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson just get it. He just get it.
But then just on top of that, just the fact that Michael Parsons can play two
positions.
At an elite level.
Three interceptions this year.
I don't care.
Interceptions.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers gifted him that
The other
one.
two were legit. That's okay, but that's also Aiden Hutchinson going out and being an athlete.
Oh, give me a break. I could
Think
make
Aiden
that
Hutchinson is a
out.
better athlete than Michael Parsons?
I don't think he's a
Like
better
I said,
athlete, but I think he had a better year.
Defensive player of the year. He's defensive player of the year and offensive player of the year. Let's go.
All right. No,
Because
looking back on
like,
that-
did y'all see that interception against Aaron Rodgers? Anyone here can make that interception.
okay, looking back on it, I would have put him on my defensive all-pro if I knew he could have been a linebacker. But in my opinion, which might be wrong, it
is very
Aiden
wrong.
Hutchinson had a better season than Michael Parsons.
No,
And I'm
man.
going to stick with that.
Ben, I feel like you just be saying stuff just to make people mad.
I swear.
And you know, the thing is, he's good at it because he knows exactly what to say.
He knows exactly how to trigger. This is
I am very good at pissing people off. I will say that without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
very good at it.
This man Ben did say the Giants was going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Hey, that was wrong. That was
He said that.
Confidently said that.
No, I did not confidently say that.
He looked
I did
at
not
me.
confidently say that.
You looked right at me.
And
You
you
were
said
just like,
Saquon Barkley going to run him to the Super Bowl.
you said running to the Super Bowl, Saquon Barkley.
13 and a half.
Yeah, so
Hey, we don't gotta talk about that.
We'll just let that one go.
Oh no. Okay. So,
Hello?
okay. All right. I'm good. So defensive tackles. Chris Jones, of course. I'm really shocked he was not unit. Who did not vote for Chris Jones?
I voted for him. It wasn't me this time.
I voted for him.
can't find the form.
Hey, and I'm looking at the stats. I'm gonna come out and admit I was wrong. I'm dumb, and that was really dumb of me.
It takes a lot of guts to admit that. It takes a lot
over Michael Parsons.
You a real one
That's-
now.
Yeah, you were a real one.
You a real one
Hey,
now.
I just had to check the stats real quick. Yeah, that's on me. I mean, 12 more tackles, 4 more sacks. I just did all over better. Yeah, that's me. That's on me.
Come on, man.
Anyways, moving on. We don't got to stick on that
Yeah,
anymore.
defensive tackles. I really need to find out who did not vote. Who really did
Probably
not vote
Zach.
Chris Jones?
It had to have been Zach.
It could have been Zach. It could have been Zach. It could have been Henry. It might have been Henry.
It might have been.
Bro, this is
Yeah.
This is
Oh yeah, Henry got. I think Henry got every playoff game wrong.
we need and he had the
Yeah, we all
nerve-
picked the Bills though. We all
Yeah.
did, except Zach. He picked the 49ers, but
in their first game. In their first.
oh yeah, the first game. Yeah, that's
Which
true.
that game was a lot closer than it should have been.
Yeah, it was. It was.
going on
What
with
is
that?
Henry doing with these picks? Is he just
He's
like
having
just,
fun with it.
He has fun. He has fun.
heads or tails? Oh yeah. You know who's gonna win it? The Cleveland Browns.
Browns.
Dog said that.
The Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
That's
Any other like names that really stick? I mean, Sauce Gardner unanimous. That's
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, of course,
impressive.
of course.
Very
That's like incredible there. That's that's
Did he
really,
end up
really
giving
good.
a touchdown up or no?
Sauce Gardner?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he allowed one.
He allowed
He allowed one.
One touchdown.
They
One
have him as allowing 2, but the other one was in really loose zone coverage, and I don't think it was on him.
Yeah.
Looking
So
at it,
one
it really was
touchdown
not
for
on
the
him.
rookie.
One
Even if
touchdown.
it's 2.
Two
Exactly.
touchdowns.
Even if
touchdowns.
it's 2, like that's 2 out of what the 400 passing snaps that you have.
Exactly.
It was
Of
Henry,
course.
though.
We have
Aaron Donald.
wait. He picked
What are
Aaron
we-
Donald.
What are we doing?
What are we?
Wait, and plus for linebackers,
Dogs plays Madden only.
yeah, and also plus for linebackers, someone picked Shaquille Leonard, and he only played 2 games this year.
That wasn't me. Again, not me.
Uh-oh.
I have a very good feeling it's Deneen because Deneen loves Shaquille Leonard.
He did.
I have a very good feeling it's him.
Hey, looking at second team cornerbacks, are we all in agreement with that? Anybody that we feel like should have been on there that wasn't?
Yeah, but Jair.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had
That's what I was looking at.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know a corner who was, but except Sauce, Patrick, and Tariq, I don't know who is better than Jair this year.
So are you saying he should be higher or lower? He shouldn't be on there. He should be first team. What are you saying?
Second team, I would put Tariq before Jair.
I think.
Yeah, I would too.
I think we play way too much crappy coverage for Jair to be first team, but he locked up when we put him on the best receiver in the league. He locked up the best receiver in the league, and I think that's enough to get him a spot on the second team. No matter
Yeah,
what
but
type
he's
of
not before.
No, he's not above Surtain.
before Tariq though.
I'd say
Yeah.
he's not above Tariq either.
Also,
Who did he go against to lock up?
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league.
yeah, I think it's safe to say that now.
We can agree on that.
So-
It's safe to say that now.
So hold on, time out. I'm just trying to figure this.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure this out. So just because he locked up one receiver in one game,
Well, here's the thing.
He also had a good year too.
No,
outside
I think from week 11 through 18 he was great. Like week 11 through 18 he was great, and I think the Justin Jefferson game, I mean, that really put a lot of people like, oh crap, he is.
and then what
He
happened?
is the real deal.
But then what happened next week?
That wasn't his fault.
that. But-
That wasn't him.
No, it's not his
but-
fault.
That wasn't him.
I mean, if you
That's Razul.
It's always
That's Razul.
It's always
It's always the safety.
it's always the safety. Where was you at?
what are the groups that vote on the All Pro teams for the NFL?
The people who vote for All Pro, I believe it's the Associated Press.
Okay, so if you go and you gritty in the first quarter on the offensive player of the year, the press is going to look at that. That's going to put him on the second team. Right
And then
there.
Justin
That's
Jefferson
that's
only caught two
enough
balls
right
after
there.
that.
That's enough for the Associated
But that's-
Press, not the coaches.
but
The
look at-
Associated Press to look at that. And
But
put him on
look
that
at
board.
what Cabrion just said. He said week 11
Exactly.
Through
Week
18,
11.
yeah.
18.
Yeah.
What about week 1 through 10?
Well, here's the thing. Like
Our
like,
offense,
like,
man.
here's
He was
and,
on the
and here's the
field.
thing.
He was on the field
Darius
45
Slay,
minutes a game.
like Darius Slay, he was probably the best corner from week 1 to 10, and then 11 and 18 he kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Like that. That's kind of how it goes. It's kind of like who finishes strong and who's been more consistent.
Do you feel okay? So when it comes to this All-Pro team, defense or offense, what are we really voting for? Is it for one impact game and he can be for the rest of the year?
It should be season. It should be season. I
Thank you.
voted off season, and my 2 corners was Sauce and Patrick Surtain.
But the only reason why, and that makes sense. That makes sense because Sauce Gardner has literally gave up only 2 touchdowns all year. Patrick Surtain literally locking down. Jair Alexander, just like you said, not till week 11 he started getting on some. Before that, like, come on now, and it was that one game. If he didn't have that one game, would he been on here?
No, but it was
Nah,
that.
I don't know.
That
Well,
one
it was that one game, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're literally only looking at one game that made him that.
Okay, we're kind of running a bit off script here, but let's quickly talk about the safeties. I believe the safeties got right. Hufanga, he had a great year, but I didn't think he was first team All Pro because as much plays as he was doing, he was giving up a lot of plays as well.
Yeah.
And I believe that's how you got to take it. I had Derwin and Minka, so that's my
Did
safety.
someone vote for Trayvon Diggs on there? Was that one of those 3?
No.
I actually don't think anyone did, and I'm actually shocked. No, I'm shocked because Trevon Diggs was great this year. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. No one voted for him. That's very shocking. That's very shocking. And here's our kicker, first team. I don't agree with Justin Tucker at first team. Daniel Carson at second team. Tommy Townsend was the first team punter. 5 punters voted for the second team. Keyshawn Nixon. The Packers went from the worst kick. Yeah, probably. Zach. Yeah, Keyshawn Nixon was our unanimous selection. Amazing how Green Bay went from the worst kick returner to the best kick returner. It's very, very interesting. Then Marcus Jones as our first team punt returner and Kevontae Turpin as second team our second team all-pros.
Not a lot of questions there other than the Justin Tucker. I mean,
I agree.
I voted for him, but that's kind of up in the air. Just his name and Justin.
The name.
Justin Tucker. I mean, that got him there for me. So.
All right.
Is that the time?
Yeah, that's the time. And we are now transitioning to Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
All right. Thank you, K. Brown. Now that I'm done, I just like to thank you for having me.
No problem.
It is my job.
You're sweaty.
When is this? I got 10 minutes, right?
Okay. All right. What time is it now?
How long are we on this slide?
About 15. Go. Okay. Now we are here to celebrate Tom Brady's legacy. The 7-time Super Bowl champion officially called it a career. I believe it was last week. I'm guessing last week. As we go ahead and
Wait, was that picture of Tom Brady real that was going around social media? I
The
just wanna
sand
know that.
one?
the sand.
No, like when he was like in like a room, like it was like all like windows behind him, and like it was kind of like more on the explicit side of it.
He thirst trapped Twitter.
That
Yeah,
was real.
that's actually true. That's real. Like he actually tagged Gronk and a few more people and said, "Am I doing this right?"
Oh.
So,
Is he for real?
yeah, he's really for real. So, Bryce, we're gonna start with you because you know that I have to go last. Well, actually, no. Let's let Mr. Stewart go first because Mr. Stewart is also a teacher here as well as orchestrating the culture change in the Pius football program.
All right. So Tom Brady, here's where I want to start. I'm going to start with Madden.
Okay.
We're going to start with Madden. And so I know if you're listening, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to show everybody in this room the experience that I've been able to have with this guy. Okay? So for the listeners, you're going to hear. I want you to envision just this pixelated Tom Brady.
Wow.
In a Madden, whatever this would have been like.
That's probably Madden 98 or something like that. Yeah.
So
Before we were born.
and then right here we've got a Madden
23.
23.
Wow.
Okay? So like, this is a guy who's just been tearing it up. For
You've got to watch his whole career.
Yeah, even in Michigan,
it's really been special.
Well, Michigan, he was a good quarterback, but no one expected him to be this.
Well, okay, so that's a good segue into what I'm going to say about Tom Brady, okay? And what somebody with his legacy, whether it's a coach or a player, how you get to this place. And it's kind of like, I parallel it to the chicken or the egg, like what came first. Okay, not an exact translation here, but like think about, this is a guy who's a product of his environment. He's an incredibly smart and intelligent football IQ, okay? And so that's something that's really big. That's what I pay attention to, is I'm very involved in the football world, obviously, is if you've got that high football IQ, you're going to want to surround yourself with other guys that have that high football IQ, whether that be coaching staff or players.
Absolutely.
You've got somebody who, when you look at him fundamentally, obviously he's an NFL caliber quarterback. He can keep up with the best of them.
Right.
Fundamentally, there are quarterbacks that just look cleaner and can do it a little bit better than him from when he was in his prime, like young,
Absolutely.
all the way to when he's a veteran. This is a guy that he knows what he's doing when he's on a team. Do I like this team? Do I like this culture? I'm going to stick around with it, and I'm going to go. And everybody around him, I mean, he just breathes excellence, right? Everybody around, it is contagious. All the receivers that are with him, the offensive line, he's got a solid left tackle wherever he goes. Like, it breeds excellence. And then he moves down to Tampa. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, the guy knows what he's doing. He knows the coaches that he's going to land with. He knows the players he's going to land with. And, again, it's the IQ piece. He's a product of that system. I don't know. The last piece that I want to say about Tom Brady is I feel like this is a guy who he plays with his food. Like when you think of the teams that the defenses he's facing, the game is so slow for him. It is so slow, and he can just step out onto the field and he can just tear it up. And nobody is the wiser. They're all just standing there like, all right, he knows what he's doing. He plays with his food.
Yeah. Bryce, we're going to transition to you.
I think I'd rather go to Enrique here. Enrique, you got it.
He said everything. He said everything. I want to hear what Cabrion has to say.
I want to go last.
You got nothing, Enrique? You got nothing? Because I think me and Cabrion are going to be on the same page, most likely.
I want to hear what you guys got to say.
I'll go.
So I can go before you. We're going to be on the same page, but I'll lighten it up just
Okay.
to get like a more, like a light introduction to what Cabrion's probably going to say. I don't know exactly.
All right.
But
All right, you got to hurry because I want to rebut.
I
I have a feeling I know what's coming. I want to rebut.
Okay, so we have on the screen as accomplishments. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullet points. That's a lot of accomplishments, and most of them are lists, not just one thing.
Yeah.
So you can't doubt his greatness. You can't do it. And I can't like the guy. I can't. He's unlikable for me. I cannot like him.
Why?
But it's not about if you like him or not.
Right.
It's about his
Like,
greatness.
I don't like
we're talking
Aaron
about his
Rodgers.
greatness.
He's going in a cave for 4 days, but like,
It's
the
hard-
guy can throw a football.
It's hard for me to I recognize it, right? It's hard for me to accept it. So this is a hard topic for me to actually explain because I can't convince myself any different from what I.
Okay, he's playing with his food though, Bryce. It's that smirk that he has on his face when he walks in the room. He's going to tear you.
Well, he didn't have
apart.
that smirk this year.
He's also in his 40s.
He also. So all things have to come to an end, right?
They do.
You
They do
can't-
have to come to an end.
Right.
That's a fair
you can't
point.
Keep doing that.
But
he's playing one of the hardest positions.
Yes.
How old is he?
43.
44.
older the wiser.
Okay, that's great, but your body slows down and your mind can stay sharp.
Well, okay, but look at
He's hurt every day.
Right. He's Pius stairs, man. Come on.
he don't got to deal with the Pius stairs though.
Yeah.
He probably has an elevator.
Here, you're like, I don't know about this. I think I might have to go somewhere.
Yeah, I'm transferring. So here's my main piece. I guarantee Cameron's feeding off this. Tom Brady's going to play another year. He did it. What are the odds he says he's retiring on the same exact day that he did last year just to come back? What are the odds he did it on the same day? If you really want to retire, you would just it would just be like it seems too weird to do it on the same day to me. There's something about that screams something at me.
He knows what he's doing.
And
I mean, where would he
Cameron,
go? Where would he
agrees.
go? Like,
I mean, that's to be determined. But why would he go out on the worst season of his life? I mean, that could be a
it's
sign.
probably gonna only get worse.
No,
from
it
here. Like,
could
he's
be
only getting older and older.
You can say that, but with his greatness, he should be able to conduct one more run. And I
He's
think,
gonna be 45.
but even if he falls short, it can't be worse than this year.
Well, okay, so we'll pack in the wheelchair for him, and we'll get the walker out there as well. So then with this, okay, I'll use what I was saying earlier to back it up. Let's say that he comes back. Like, you have to think about it. This is an incredibly smart football guy. He knows what he's doing every step of the way.
He knows what he wants.
Then he's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. What team fits the I'm not going to get sacked? They need a quarterback. I'm not going to get sacked. I'm going to be able to light it up, and I'm going to have a Super Bowl, and with your logic, have one of the best seasons yet of my career.
No, not one of the best seasons. I'm saying he can't be worse than what it was last year.
Okay.
I don't think it can.
So he's got to find.
I think he'd rather go out losing in like a championship game rather than first round exit.
So
Embarrassed first round exit. Absolutely embarrassed.
Guess the Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys are good. I don't want to hear it.
Nah, it's the Dallas Cowboys.
So he gets a star on his helmet. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, Brown, we got to hear what you have to say. This is what I want to hear.
Now, first, I want to congratulate Tom Brady. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. No question about it.
Here comes the shift.
No question.
But in no way, shape, or form is he the greatest player in NFL history. No way, no shape,
So I got to hear
no form.
I got to hear what you think. Then
Here's why.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to give you the rundown here.
Starts with the pixelated Madden 94.
Yeah. In the 21 years has he been a starting quarterback, he's had the benefit of having a top 10 defense 18 times. 18 times. His worst defense was this year in 2002, in which they allowed, here comes the shocker, 21.6 points a game. That's it. 3 touchdowns. That's it. 3 possessions. That's all. Brady also had way more than you thought. He had the greatest tight end of all time in Rob Gronkowski. He had one of the best slot receivers in the history of the NFL in Wes Welker. He had Randy Moss.
Julian Edelman's underrated.
Julian Edelman, too.
What I'm going to say before I step out is, Cabrian, I agree with you, actually. And here, I'm going to go back to what I said. This is a guy who is it's the parallel of what came first, the chicken or the egg, the wins or the system. In my opinion, he is the smartest quarterback, one of the smartest players to ever play the game. If you can manipulate, has a negative connotation, but I'm going to use it. Manipulate the system to where you're going to make sure you're maintained in a program, in a system where you're consistently surrounded by some of the best talent in the league. This man did that from day one all the way to theoretically last year. So I agree with you, Cabrian. I agree. I think of countless games where I would see ducks flying through the air that he threw, and I'm like, eee. It somehow lands in a receiver's hands. I'm like, ooh, okay, all right. He read the defense properly. Okay, good. Fundamentally, there are a lot prettier quarterbacks that have played this game. I think in terms of like the way that the ball comes off the hand, Patty Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, I think what it looks like, the eyeball test. This is a smart quarterback. And a genius when it comes to knowing how to pick apart a defense. But I would agree with you, Cabrian.
All right. Thank you.
He was like that when he ran that 40 in the combine.
Wait, I got a question though.
Yeah.
You can't with that stat with the best defense and stuff like that. Didn't he get drafted to the Patriots?
Yeah.
So it's not like he didn't get to choose what team he was going to.
They don't care. He had the help.
But then on top of that, too, Patriots was a game-managing team. They had a top 10 defense. So it's just like, I just need somebody to score me 20.
And he's not saying Tom Brady could have controlled that. He was just gifted it. That's kind of what he's trying to say.
Gifted it. He got gifted what any other quarterbacks couldn't do. Did Peyton Manning get much top 10 defenses?
No.
Did Aaron Rodgers get
there
much?
was that stretch where he had that really, really good defense with
the Colts?
I'm talking like Aqib Talib.
His last year in Denver. Well, that's when
it was like 2014 and 15.
Yeah, that's when Peyton was washed.
He was still decent.
Well, 2014 he was decent. 2015 he was god awful.
But regardless, he had one maybe 2 good defenses you could name.
Yeah, his last
what
2
did he do with
seasons.
them?
But when
he won a Super Bowl. He went to 2.
He won 2.
But he got his tail destroyed by Seattle in 2013, and that's when he won MVP and had that
Seattle
50,
had the best defense in the league. Though.
Yeah,
not even close.
Yeah, but Denver also had the best offense, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put that Seattle defense up with
like 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens,
the top defenses of all time.
No bull. People were afraid to go.
I'm not getting hit by Cam Chancellor.
Nope.
Like that one meme when Richard Sherman had hit, bro, and he was like, he saved them from Cam Chancellor.
Yeah, Cam Chancellor.
Yeah.
I saw that meme, and I'm just like, what is he talking about? And then I went back and saw it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I would rather get hit by Sherman.
Like even a small guy like Earl Thomas.
Right.
He what was that? Was it Vernon Davis that he laid that one hit on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So talking about teams with their with what these quarterbacks have been gifted, we got, who else could you throw in this conversation? You got Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. I don't know statistically like where his defenses fall, but I don't think they're anything special. The one time he had a pretty good defense, he actually did win the Super Bowl, and that was the last time I can name him having a ranked high defense, you know?
And I've been wanting to ask y'all this. All right, so we got these stats that's on the board right now.
Yeah.
take Tom Brady's name out of it and put Aaron Rodgers' name on it. You think there's more stats? You think it's better? Do you think it's more champions? Do you think it's more yards, more touchdowns?
He wins.
So you're saying
he wins more All Pros.
So he does.
So you're saying if Aaron Rodgers
and
had
more
everything
MVPs.
that Tom Brady had throughout his career,
if Aaron Rodgers took the same exact path as Tom Brady, is it better numbers or lesser?
so with Aaron Rodgers' talent going through Brady's career,
Aaron Rodgers' talent going through Brady's career.
It's better. I'm sorry. It's better.
I think it's going to be around the same.
But how much do you think it's a lot better or
a little,
Yeah,
a
if
little
anything,
bit better.
it's a tad,
little bit
like
better.
not much.
Actually, here's the thing. I think he'll win more MVPs, Offensive Player of the Years, All Pros.
Okay.
But probably he loses. It won't be a 7-time championship. It'll be more 5 or 4.
Right, so substitute some for others.
Because some of the comebacks that Tom Brady's been able to pull off, I don't know if Aaron could do it.
But I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he always be having.
He ain't winning 28-3. He ain't coming back 28-3.
Rodgers have never done that in his career. Never even came close.
Well, I'm not saying about that, but I think Rodgers is an underrated comeback quarterback. Though.
I
think he
actually
could
do
it.
believe.
He
I
could
do
do
believe
it.
he's
The
underrated.
thing is, he hasn't had to deal with that much.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We don't really know.
Yeah, but I'm sick of him at this point. So I'm sick of him at this point. So
Get him out. Trade him to the Jets. We'll take Garrett Wilson.
No, he going to the Raiders. Watch.
Well, trust me, there's going to be more Tom Brady to be talked about in the very near future because I'm nowhere near done. I am on a mission at this moment. So what I'm going to do here, we are going to take a little short break from the NFL, and we're going to be transitioning to the NBA. And oh man, don't we have something planned for them?
Can I stay here? There's only 3 people in this. Who's the 4th?
EJ. There you go.
Hello.
Would you look who's here? Henry.
Yeah, we do got a few stuff. There's a few stuff we got to talk about here. Some of your all-pro picks kind of threw me off.
Yeah, let's talk.
So which one was it?
It was someone who only played 2 games.
You play Aaron Donald over Chris Jones?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro, he's standing on that. He's standing on that. He's standing on that. Yup. You right.
Hey, Aaron Donald's like that, bro.
Aaron Donald only played 6 games,
Don't matter.
though.
It don't matter.
Okay. All right. So let's transition to the NBA. And man, oh man, what an eventful 2 days it has been. Yeah, so just now, Jay Crowder has been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah.
For
Well-
5 picks or something like that?
I believe it's something like
5
that.
second-round picks.
Oh, that don't matter. That don't really matter. but-
Milwaukee is sending 5 second-round picks to Brooklyn for Crowder.
No players?
Nope, just picks.
Just picks.
Yeah.
And then the Dubs and Pistons are talking about Wiseman too.
Oh, that's
They can
interesting.
have Wiseman. Wiseman ain't playing anyway.
Yeah, he's not.
Wiseman on the Pistons.
And then the
That's a young
Blazers
player
just
already.
traded for Thibault.
Yeah.
Matisse Thybulle? That's
Yeah,
good. like that.
I knew Thibault has been on his way out because he's barely getting minutes
Yeah, he
in
barely
with
getting
Doc
minutes,
Rivers. So
Yeah, that's good. I like that they traded away Josh Hart anyway, so you get that defense back.
No,
Not the shooting,
I
though.
need to
No.
ask EJ a question because I know that he
Yeah,
wasn't really.
we can get into it right now. This is
Yeah,
we just bring it's on the elephant in the room.
You weren't really a Nets fan before KD.
I was really a KD fan. I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being a KD
Right,
fan.
you've always said
yeah.
that. So you are a
Do I
you're a
travel
Suns
to?
fan now?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be a Suns fan. I don't like Chris Paul or Devin Booker.
neither
or,
do I.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the Suns as in general. So like you know, but I mean, I'm a root for KD.
Right.
Whatever he does.
So
if
you're
he,
gonna have to hop on a new bandwagon.
yeah, unfortunately, man. I mean, oh well. I
Well,
mean,
you got the
gotta do-
Mavericks.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I got the Mavericks.
You got
I like
the Mavs.
We saw that last night. That it was really Kyrie had a good game.
Yeah, he just had a good game.
But
Fraud.
who?
KD's a fraud.
yeah.
A fraud?
I mean, he just committed the biggest failure in NBA history.
I mean, with context, his teammates got injured.
That's exactly why.
How does that?
No.
Well, hold on. How is that on Kevin Durant and his teammates get? Let's be real.
No.
Let's be real. Okay, hold on. Let's be real.
Okay.
All right. So first season, he comes in, he's injured. He get injured the year before he signs a deal.
Okay.
And then you got Kyrie,
Not
and
his
then they're injured. They're both injured.
Right.
Okay. So that first year, if you want to count that, I mean, I don't
No,
know.
the first year, no.
Okay,
The first year don't count. The first year don't count.
That second year was KD, Kyrie, and then they traded for Harden, and then Harden was there, and then Harden got hurt, and then
I'll give them that.
and then they went to the playoffs, and then they were all playing, and they were really good. They had one game where the three of them scored 104 points.
Yeah.
People forget about that in the playoff game.
Also they did blow Milwaukee out by like almost.
They were winning. They were winning games, and then
That was the same year that they lost in 7 to the Bucks, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're getting to that. To that, and then James Harden, first play of the second round, he gets hurt.
He pulls his hamstring.
He's basically done. He plays, but he's not doing
Shouldn't have been
anything.
partying with Lil Baby.
Kyrie gets hurt again. He gets hurt. Giannis hurts him or whatever.
Accidental.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. And then he's hurt, so they're done. That season's done. They barely. They're done right there. And then the next season.
No.
Don't let you do that.
You are not about to bypass Kevin Durant going 0-6 in overtime. That is something you are not going to do.
Okay.
Let's be real.
That's a short amount of time.
And he also played every minute of the whole game, both sides.
Against the best defensive
against
team
one of the
in
best
NBA.
teams.
Did you say he was the best player in the world?
No, I'm not saying that he should have went 0-6. I don't think no NBA player should go 0-6 in a period of time. But also, I want you to realize how hard that is for him. He had 48 already, or however many.
Watched the game. Yeah, he put.
I mean, he was.
Yeah, Kevin Durant was still 48 special in the first 4 quarters.
So, but like it's. I mean, you take. I mean, I don't. I live with the 0-6. If you got us there, he got us there. And he missed that shot.
What?
I mean, his toe was legit a centimeter behind. If he gets behind the line,
wear better shoes.
This is all.
Wear better shoes.
Giannis,
you already cock your legs to the right when you shoot anyway. You should cock them a little bit more.
Hey, man.
He's a fraud, bro.
I don't think so.
He's been on 4 super teams, bro.
Super teams as well. I think the only super team 4.
Three. Well.
Come on.
You can't say.
So Oklahoma City was not a super team.
At the time, they were
Golden
not.
State, of course. Brooklyn, when you got James Harden,
yeah.
And now you're going to the Suns.
Right.
But we gotta talk about context though. Like what could have KD done to better? Like what could he have done?
Not trust Kyrie
But
Irving.
you know what it is? But
no. In hindsight, obviously.
I'm gonna tell you. You know what it is? The fact that he wants all this recognition, but yet
What do you mean? That's not true.
He produces stats, but you're not producing championships, bro. You can't be on teams where there's literally 2 other superstars and you only have 2 championships, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. With context, if we want to break it down from the OKC days, OKC he was running with Russ and James Harden.
I'm not gonna count that.
Okay.
Wait. Quick. Serge Ibaka is part of the Jay Crowder trade. Go ahead.
We could have left that one out. I'm not gonna lie. Serge Ibaka. I don't remember last time he's played.
Bro, that man care more about cooking and putting on.
Dude, I see more ads than him on the court. Not gonna lie.
Oh, hallelujah! George Hill got traded. Woo!
To who?
Indiana.
Oh wow. Reunite.
Back to Indiana?
Yeah, back to Indiana.
I know he mad.
For what?
Ain't nothing in Indiana.
Yeah, bro.
What Milwaukee got is not part. Wait, no, we got a second round pick. That's what he's worth. But
I mean,
that's
that's
what
getting
it's
rid of people.
Yeah.
But are y'all
They ain't
doing
playing.
anything to win a champion? I mean, Jay Crowder.
we got Jay Crowder.
But then where y'all going?
We're already in position to win a
We're
championship.
in position.
I know what I'm saying.
We're
I'm
undefeated.
getting-
When Chris has came back, we've been undefeated.
I know.
didn't make any moves.
I'm saying that y'all like that's nothing y'all have done has like really like I'm saying at the deadline y'all just getting rid of people that don't play anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing.
But the
more
thing
so.
is, y'all have no bench now. Who's y'all bench?
Who on the Sun? No, I don't think they're done making
we
moves
got?
though. I think they're moving.
Grayson
Oh
Allen.
yeah, the Suns right now.
Yeah, the
got
Sun. They have
bench.
no depth.
They have no depth. They traded away the two wings, and they trade away who else?
Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson.
and somebody.
Man, losing Mikal's gonna be so big.
But I mean, you getting back.
you're getting KD, but
You're getting
man,
KD back.
But at the
I mean, you still get
his
TJ Warren
defense-
back too. TJ Warren was in that trade as well. People
wait, TJ
don't.
Warren's in that trade?
TJ Warren was in that trade. They're getting TJ. And TJ's coming off the bench, and that's a good move.
Yeah, that
for
is
them.
a good move.
That's
He's
a
gonna get a
good
lot of
move.
money.
Do you play all three at the same time?
Well, all three who?
So the closing lineup for Suns will probably be CP3, D Book, maybe TJ Warren, KD, and DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you start CP3?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
Or
of
do
course, you have to.
Why wouldn't you start
I get what you're-
CP3?
You get it?
No, I get it though.
No. Think about this.
He's almost a perfect 6-man.
He's a perfect 6-man.
No, but Chris Paul, he runs the
He
entire
runs the
offense.
offense.
But that's 2-3 dominant people. on the
Chris
court
Paul
at the
isn't.
same
I don't
time.
think Chris Paul's dominant though. Chris
No,
Paul
he drip.
Chris
He
Paul
dribbles
dribbles
a
the
lot,
ball,
but that's what I'm saying, though.
But he's not. He's getting everybody in positions for them to
Right.
get to
Exactly.
get to
But
their
then
buckets.
when he gets out, so this is what I'm thinking.
And
As a coach, I would have him 6-man just for the simple fact that you need somebody to facilitate the ball.
But who's the
when
point guard
I
you're
mean-
putting in front
I
of
mean,
him?
Right.
I mean, yeah,
Campaign?
Yeah, campaign can come off the bench and run that. I mean, you still gonna leave in D Book or KD, who is a competent,
Well, yeah,
good.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
you know what I
They
mean?
can both run an
They can run the offense.
It doesn't matter if they're
But
not.
I think you start. I mean, you have to start CP3. I
Well,
don't think there's a world
obviously,
where you
let's
don't.
after the trade deadline to see if they pick up anybody else on your bench. But off your bench, all you
I
got
mean,
is
yeah.
who?
I mean, you got Dario Saric,
TJ?
Yeah, Dario
TJ
Saric
Warren,
still.
campaign.
I really think.
I think
this
it
season,
is right there.
I think it is right-
I think
It's-
it is right there.
where's-
Just those three?
Is
They only
Shamet
going
still on
8.
the
Wait, is
Suns?
Landry Shamit?
I think Shamit's still on the Suns, and I think he's hurt.
It's either him.
I think he's hurt, and Shamit's good off
It's
the bench.
either
I like him.
Shamit or Shamit's probably on the Clippers.
No, Shamit's not on the Clippers.
Wait, no. He got traded from yeah.
No, I think he's still. He might be. I don't know.
Wait, Jalen McDaniel? Oh no, never mind. I was thinking of Jaden from Minnesota.
No.
Because Jaden McDaniels, he's a defensive monster.
They can, yeah, but I think the Suns are. I mean, they're gonna be all right.
I think it's going to be kind of a break or like a make or break year for KD, especially with the whole fraud. argument.
If he doesn't,
With the
if they
fraud
don't go
argument,
deep,
that's what I'm
bet
saying.
he has to.
Then
He
he's
has to deliver
100%
here.
a fraud.
You have
There's
to.
just no.
because look at who's in the West that you really have to. You really only have to worry about Golden State right now.
Denver. No, Golden State. No, Golden State.
State's
No,
done.
Ghost?
Golden State's done. Golden State's done.
no, Golden State is done.
Golden State's done.
Like
they'll be playing games.
Steph's out.
Steph's out.
Steph's
Steph's
out for
Out
about
for the year.
No,
nah, but a
he's-
good amount of time.
Steph's out. I don't think they even have the
You
the
can't-
play.
you
The,
can't
P-
count
the
them
Yeah,
out.
they'll be in the play-in tournament
I don't
too.
think they
And
have the
plus,
players.
their depth has been very disappointing this year.
Klay Thompson is.
Well, now
I mean,
all you
Klay
gotta
Thompson
wor-
has been playing well.
You got.
all
You
you gotta worry
got.
about is Denver.
You got. You got the
Yeah,
Nuggets. You got.
Denver.
You got
I
the
mean,
Grizzlies.
Mavs.
Memphis, but even
You got
though
the Mavs now. You got the.
You got the Mavs.
You
Do you
got.
really have the Mavs?
You got the
Not
Lakers,
really.
the new and improved Lakers. Who we can
well,
get into.
yeah, we'll get into
We can get
too.
into.
Yeah.
Do you really have the Mavs though? Let's be real. Do you really
I-
have
They're,
the
I'm
Mavs?
they're
not-
a playoff team, but they're not going to win.
They'll win that.
Yeah, I
Kevin and
agree.
we talked about this. They'll win that first round.
They'll win first round,
But
but as
after
soon
that,
as they
I don't
probably
think-
face Memphis,
Yeah.
if they face Memphis or even Phoenix,
But I'm not gonna
I
lie,
don't
man.
know.
They got Luka, and I'm personally like, if you have a good if you line up, you have a top 10 basketball player on your team, you have a chance.
Somebody has
Well,
to
and
give
they
up.
have two.
I give you.
And they have two now, and
Somebody
not,
has to
not
give
top
up
10.
well, no. Kyrie's not top 10.
Yeah, but he's
Kyrie's
not top 10. But like
Close, though.
Kyrie
That's
is
close,
nice
though.
as
Kyrie
hell.
right now-
What?
Yeah,
Nice as hell.
What top point guards?
no top 10 players.
Yeah, no, hell no.
No,
But, like,
Kyrie's
he-
not top 10. No.
Yeah, and then you still got Christian Wood. You still got the White. I mean, they got a
Top-
nice team.
I mean, Dallas don't
15.
defend though. That's a problem.
They don't defend.
They don't defend.
They don't defend. But I think
Someone
that,
has to take less shots too.
I think.
I
Luka,
think no,
Luka.
Luka will actually probably do
Because
so.
he's taking so many already.
He's taking so many, yeah.
Going
So what? You take probably like 10, 12 shots from him and you give them to Kyrie.
I don't know about 10, 12 is wild.
Well, no, it won't be
think
that
that's
much. They'll probably go down like probably four or five shots.
I was thinking
Probably 4 or 5 shots. Luka will still be
But
facilitating the
Luka
offense.
you can tell Luka be tired as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
that's
is.
why I got him,
Tired.
and that's
Like,
why they
oh
got
my
him.
God. Like,
Because Kyrie is just
And now they
taking
can put
that,
Kyrie in it. Yeah.
just taking all that pressure off of him. They give him another hooper, and then you
They're
got
gonna be
Christian
fun to
Wood.
watch together for sure.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I personally enjoy it. I don't defense. You know what I mean? Nobody's defense.
It will be entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
it's gonna
Those
100%.
two on the court at the same time.
I mean, it was
will be
entertaining yesterday. It was entertaining
Yeah.
yesterday, and it was like Luka wasn't even playing. It was like Kyrie is like just so good at basketball. That's like you always like pair him up with Luka too.
Put him on any team, he's dropping 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But like,
That's what I'm saying. Easy
Is Kyrie
25.
top 10 point guard?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, of course. Like top 5 point guard.
I think he's top 5. I think he's damn near top 3.
Bro, his handles is like
Great,
effortless.
yeah, greatest I've ever seen.
Like I've never seen somebody handle, and it's like, think about this, like the things that he do, and he thinks about this stuff. Like what? Like the stuff that he do is just like I just throw my hands up.
He doesn't
sometimes.
get enough credit for changing the game the way that he did.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he's a very underrated shooter too.
He's underrated.
He can shoot the three.
Underrated
Amazingly.
defender too.
Especially
Kyrie,
in clutch
he
moments.
actually again like post defense, he's actually one of the better
Like he's
guards
not
in the
like
league.
he's not like he like
If
his
you put
handles.
somebody the same size as him, I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
definitely take that. But anybody bigger and stuff like that, no.
Because Kyrie has had occasions he's locked up Steph Curry, and they ain't tough to do.
And
definitely.
shot,
But that's tough to do.
Yeah.
and made like buzzer beaters in
Yeah,
the finals.
yeah, dude.
Like,
he does have that
nice.
clutch gene in him. And
He
stuff.
do.
It's just he's just not reliable.
But
off
I
court.
think
But I
he-
think now he is
I
just
think he
because he's
figured
out
it
of
out, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
figured
probably
out towards the end of his Nets. Like he didn't want to be there. They didn't want him. He didn't want to be there. So like I think that's a good this is a good new situation for him. Not gonna
I
lie.
think at one point he wanted to be the guy, but he's just like, dude, I'm not.
I'm
not that. But he had to, in order for him to see that, he had to go through.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, yeah, I need a
he playing
Yeah.
with
I need a support.
the best player in the league, damn near. So
Who?
Luka Doncic. It's a conversation for me.
That's a different topic for another day.
We can talk about the Lakers. I wanna talk about the
Yeah.
Lakers.
So before we all close out, we do have to talk about the Lakers. The Lakers fans finally got their wish, and Russ has been traded. And I believe Rob Pelinka, I've been so critical of him. He pulled off a steal.
Yeah.
He pulled off a steal there.
Dude. Yeah, they got Jalen or Jared Vanderbilt. McDaniels, one of them.
Jaron Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they got him. They got D'Angelo Russell and they got Malik Beasley.
That's a huge plus. And plus, they got shooters.
They got shooters.
And
They
that's
got
what they
shooters,
need.
but it's only gonna matter if AD can stay healthy.
Oh man, I wish AD was
If he
traded
can stay
for KD.
healthy, they have. I'm not gonna say they have a chance to win the whole thing, but they have a chance to at least go second round. At least.
Yeah.
At least second round.
But I mean, if like for say the next 10 games,
Yeah.
if they just go like 8-2,
They'll be in top four.
they in there.
they'll be top 4.
They'll be top four, doesn't
Because
matter.
honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't think they don't want to be at the top. I feel like they want to be middle of the road.
They kind of want to be middle of the road.
Middle
Yeah, I
of the
would agree.
road. So my first round is not a difficult task. My second round is still not as much of a difficult task. But that third round, that's when it's going to get hefty, and it's just like, are you going to be able to handle it? But is AD going to be able to handle that time and minutes?
Well,
Because
how long has he been healthy for now?
Who?
Anthony
AD?
Davis.
Yeah.
I mean, he just returned.
He just returned. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about
and I
AD.
believe he kind of got a little nicked up when LeBron broke the record.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering why he was like sitting down
he
depressed
was. I heard
when
that
he
was
broke
ups-
the record.
He
I
was
heard
sick.
he was upset.
I heard he was sick.
I heard that he was
Yeah.
upset too because he wanted to be on the court.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
wanted
think
to
he
play.
also wants to be on the court, and plus the Lakers didn't win, also kind of ruining his guy's
They
moment.
need to stop doing that. When you have precedent games where people breaking records and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, it
And then
doesn't
you lose
put.
and then
it
you lose
doesn't-
by 3?
Yeah, and
like
you don't
Yeah, they lost
put
by
no
3-2, yeah.
like it's like no excitement or no celebration. Like, how do you go in the locker room at the end of the game, be like, "Yeah, Brian, you the all-time leading scorer,"
But you lost by
but
3.
we lost.
Yeah, that.
How do you celebrate and go out and have drinks on that?
Yeah,
Right.
That sucks.
I mean, LeBron still had a party.
going
But
home.
LeBron still had a
Oh,
party.
he had a party, but I'm going home, bro. I can't break a record and then lose and then be like, "All right, it's cool."
Yeah. So we had an eventful NBA trade deadline. We're still going to be posting some reactions and stuff on our social media, so you definitely won't be kept out on the loop on that. The trade deadline also ends in 3 hours, and a lot can happen throughout that time. So thank you, Henry, Coach Jay. Well, actually, Coach Jay, you're actually going to be staying with us. But thank you, Henry and EJ.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. As we will now transition to Patrick Mahomes. Still recording, man. Still recording.
They got to get my emphasis on how I feel about this dude.
We have baseball breaking news too.
Baseball breaking news. Oh, you Darvish? Yeah.
Going where?
6-year extension with the
Padres?
Padres.
They ain't gonna let that go.
Yeah, of course not.
So
Yeah.
it runs out when he's 42.
Wow.
6 years, 100. 6 years, 108 million for batting practice.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Money.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like how some people will do some crazy stuff just so other teams can't have them.
Yeah, that's true.
Perfect. Not to go back to NBA, but the owner of the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna let you go anywhere you go, but you ain't going to the Lakers though. You can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You ain't going to Lakers.
Yeah.
But then you let Katie go to the Suns. I'm like, what are we doing?
They not trying to let LeBron do what he do. You know that. You know that.
I don't think Kyrie wanted to play with LeBron again, though.
I mean, he's been trying his best to get to LA for the last 2 years.
But the way that Bron talks, it's like he's been talking to, because like he was like, I'm disappointed that y'all didn't get him. So if he really didn't want to be there, then there was no reason for Bron to be disappointed if you knew what was going on. But they're saying that they're going to get him in the offseason, so we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll see how it all goes. So, but let's transition to number 15 for the Kansas City Chiefs, heading to his third Super Bowl, about to win his second MVP. And now, here we have a question here. If Patrick Mahomes wins his second Super Bowl, where would he rank among all-time quarterbacks? Mr. Denis, start with you.
I have a question.
What's that?
There's like, if he wins or not, does that really like move him that much? If he wins or loses?
He already gets one more than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's with Eli Manning and Peyton Manning.
True.
He has one less than the Troy Aikman. I mean,
Would you say he's doing it with less too?
and he's doing it with less, and he's about to win 2, and he's about to be a 2-time MVP.
Exactly, but I'm saying like I feel like the Super Bowl doesn't do that much, even if he loses it.
But
Like,
it's also with his NFL postseason performances.
Yeah.
He's been elite in every single one of them. He's had an elite game except probably 2.
True. We'll see what he can do in the Super Bowl, but like I said, everybody's always judged off wins and losses. At the end of the day,
see my dream.
if Brady didn't win 6 Super Bowls, would we be like he's the greatest time ever?
Nope.
If he only had 2?
Nope.
Huh?
So,
Well, yeah, 7. Yeah.
7. So if he has 2 or 3 like other quarterbacks, do we say he's the greatest of all time?
no, he's right with Eli.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Eli beat him twice.
But like I said, we're judges off wins and losses. He has 7 Super Bowls. Come on now, man.
Yeah. So, Mr. Denis, where would he rank among all-time quarterbacks?
It's tough to think about. Talent-wise, you said Troy Aikman. He's miles ahead of Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman's got 3. You look at quarterbacks that have 1. Trent Dilfer has 1.
Yeah, that's true. Trent Dilfer
Trent
has
Dilfer
1.
talks about how easy
Brad
it is
Johnson
to be quarterbacks
has,
in the league now.
Yeah, Brad
And he
Johnson
sucks.
has 1.
Brad Johnson has 1. Look at what other bad quarterbacks have 1. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers, he has 1.
What?
You know what? I'm not even going to say anything because I'm
like
over him
Mr.
right
DeLean.
now.
Sneak this.
But it's tough to place him. Like Dan Marino has 0,
But-
and Dan Marino's
But we
Among
think that
talent,
he's,
consistency,
yeah.
like talent-wise, he's like top 5 talent.
I
believe
think
top
Dan
3.
Marino changed the game though, because that man
I agree.
for him, not trying to be for a white man, that man has some feet.
Well, it's like Steve Young too,
Yeah,
right?
Steve Young, he was mobile
That
as
boy
hell.
can go. So I feel like those 2 quarterbacks, Steve Young and Dan Marino, really changed the game where it gave insight that you can be a mobile quarterback and you can use your legs, and it's not always about just drop back, throw the ball.
Right.
So
But like placing him all time, he gets another one that's top 5 easily. Now top 3, I don't know, just maybe on the outside. Just his whole ability, he can run. He's got the arm talent. He's accurate, smart,
Yeah.
wins. And I'm not a big, rings are really good for arguments, and I'll use it for arguments. But when you think about like wins and losses, like Brock Purdy gets hurt right at the beginning of the San Francisco game,
Yeah.
in the playoff, and he can't throw the ball. Well, he gets a loss, right? Like it's
Yeah,
his.
I mean,
it's his loss.
I agree.
But so the way some of those get thrown around, at least on the loss side of things, it's really not.
Yeah.
It's really tough to say. Yeah, it was his fault he lost. Like Josh Allen in the playoffs last year. How many seconds were left
11.
when they were up?
When they were up 13.
Yeah, is it his loss or does special teams not get fault at that? Right, but no, it's
More
gonna be
as
Josh
defensive.
Allen. It's gonna be Josh Allen's
Yeah,
loss.
that's
So.
true.
when you're the quarterback, you get all the blame and
Yep.
you get all the praise. So
Yeah.
that's just something you just have to deal with.
Yeah.
Unless if you're Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Pre this year.
I don't.
Pre ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Pre-voodoo magic.
This man said he's gonna be on a 4-day retreat. What are you?
A 4-day dark retreat. What are you? I mean,
Who you bringing? Tom Holshoe? What's going on here?
I thought I saw
dark retreat. What are we doing here?
I thought I saw Aaron on that list that Holshoe sent out.
Dude, that list filled up fast.
Yeah, it did fill up fast.
20 minutes.
Saw Rogers and said, "Let me come with."
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate Rodgers trying to like cleanse himself and get the mental health better, but Lord have mercy. It's just been stressing me out like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. To have all that talent and not do nothing with it is ridiculous. Because I mean, just little minute things. He's changed the game too.
Oh yeah.
Like the way look at the way he throws the ball as a quarterback.
It's
everybody
insane.
throws the ball like it's a flick of the wrist.
And it's all hips too.
Yeah,
It's all hips.
the hips.
That's what that's all quarterback coaches do now. It's not the arm. It's literally that's why to be a good quarterback, you have to have lower extremity now because you have to have good hip flexors to where you can transition your hips. It's not about the arm and stuff like that. Look at some of these quarterbacks. Brock Purdy is not a big person, but he can flick the ball.
Yeah.
Rodgers is not a big quarterback. I mean, he has some size on him, but
I mean, he's kind of like the average quarterback size, 6'2", 220.
But Rodgers flipping the ball 40 yards easily.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you think
And doesn't really use his feet. He has the footwork of Brett Favre. They had no footwork.
Like back then, even like pre-2010, I remember learning like when I was playing quarterback, it's like, oh, we're dropping back and we're throwing we're getting our lower half towards our target.
Yeah.
And the lower half towards our target is we're stepping towards them. Now everyone's stepping out and they're opening up so they can get more rotation through to put more on it.
Now they're saying
now
don't
that's
take
what's
that.
being taught.
Yeah, they're saying don't take. You know how when you drop back, you take that big front step. They're saying don't do that no more.
No.
They said do a close. Either take a close step or don't even take a step at all. Just make sure that your hips are coming through and you'll be fine.
Right.
So,
Enrique, where do you would rank him? Where would you rank him?
Like they would have to be top 5. That's like his like what's it called, like not like his actual talent,
his accomplishments.
Accomplishments, resumes,
yeah.
But
because I base my list of talent plus accolades.
Yeah.
Like I try to balance it out. It's a bit tough, but you can do it.
His talent is unreal. Like he probably top.
I mean, I did say, I believe it's the Thanksgiving special. I did say if Patrick Mahomes were to take this team to the Super Bowl, I will crown him the most talented quarterback of all time over Aaron Rodgers. And I'm here to do that. He is the most talented quarterback of all time. Without question.
me, is it on me now?
Yeah.
I would say I'm going to go out on a limb and say right now, talent-wise,
You might be one,
top 5, not 5.
Yeah, he's best. Yeah.
If we're quoting Drake, top 5, not 5.
Not 5, probably not 4.
Not 3.
Not 3.
maybe 2.
Because
Maybe 2.
Because think about this now. Like, Brady is the greatest of all time because it's not just because of his talent.
I mean, his IQ is incredible,
His IQ
and
is
also
incredible.
he has actually good arm talent. I think it is underrated
But
to me.
he's also, like you said in that other segment, out of the 21 years that he's been playing, he's had a top defense
18 times.
18
His worst defense allowed 21.2 points a game.
Now think about this, and I keep using this. Now take Patrick's name out of it, or take Tom Brady's name out of it, and put Patrick Mahomes in there. With that defense for 18 years, Patrick Mahomes would probably have.
He'd have Tom Brady's accomplishments. Probably not
I'm
amount of
talking
Super
about
Bowls.
his team and who he has. Like if he has a defense like Tom Brady, and if he has the weapons that he had.
Imagine Patrick Mahomes with one season with Randy Moss.
Oh, it would have been game over.
Yeah, he would have set that same exact touchdown record.
If not more, because Moss could outrun everybody, and Patrick Mahomes got the biggest arm probably outside of Josh Allen.
And I will say that the good defense thing for the Patriots, Brady was very friendly about the contracts he was taking too.
Yeah, that's very true, and that's where I also give props to Tom.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
and you see some of these quarterbacks like, oh, I want to get paid. Like even Aaron's contract. Like,
Yeah.
where are they gonna?
I mean, Aaron, you already got your bag now.
Yeah.
And plus, you're getting about $40 million from State Farm.
But like you're at the point in your career, like you have all this money. You're just going to take more, and you're going to cost yourself an opportunity to win games.
But that's the reason why some people don't like Aaron Rodgers, because he's a selfish person.
He's selfish.
Look at where he's at, though.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Look at he's in Green Bay. They don't pay for nobody.
No.
So I mean, they'll pay for free agents, but they don't re-sign nobody.
They live off free agents and
drafts.
I've never seen them make a big trade or anything like that.
Trades, no.
No trades. They do not do it. Small rookie deals, yeah. They find diamonds in the rough.
But that's the thing, though. That's what Coach Jesse was saying
That's
in
the
earlier.
halftime, right? That's the halftime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what Coach Jesse was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Jesse was saying that the fact that what was I going with this?
Tom Brady finds it like his
Tom Brady is playing chess while everybody's playing checkers.
Yeah.
I know if I take a little bit less money, you can go get me a decent linebacker. You can go get me a DB and stuff like that. Because if you think about it, at all the years that he's got a pay cut. They've picked up a decent defensive player. It's never been like an offensive player and stuff like that. Literally, there was other slot receivers that were better than Edelman, but they was just like, I'm fine with him. I'm fine with Gronkowski. I'm fine with my receivers.
Because sometimes it's not really about talent. It's about chemistry.
Exactly. Yeah. And that defense was rolling.
Yep.
And every time one person fell off, they just found somebody just to replace that person.
Right.
And outside of Randy Moss, name another wide receiver that would be very talented elsewhere, like top of the line.
I mean, Wes Welker was good with Denver, but he had Peyton Manning.
It's tough to think. Like,
you can't even say Deion Branch.
No, you can't.
Deion Branch, no, not Deion Branch.
He was killing one year though.
He was killing one year,
wasn't
but no.
a consistent receiver though.
Like, would Edelman have been as good somewhere else?
Probably not. Because he's a true slot receiver. Like ask him to go outside, he won't do much.
Yeah, and that's the reason why his career got cut kind of short, because when he didn't have anybody, and when Gronk got hurt,
and also
just Edelman. They was using Edelman everywhere, slot, outside, running back and stuff. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, that's not. Keep him in the slot. Everybody run fades, and you run a slant, and you just get the yards that you get. Yeah. That's just what it had to be.
He was getting ran like Will in football this season. He was getting ran like football this season.
And I was thinking, when we talk about just pure talent, quarterback wise, like Michael Vick over Mahomes, pure talent. Like we talk about
pure talent.
We're talking about talent, like Michael Vick.
Like
him play.
Yeah, like Vick had the mobility and he had a strong ass arm. Vick had a strong arm.
He just was not as accurate as.
But he wasn't accurate as Mahomes.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, the crazy thing about it, I really think the reason why Michael Vick was as good as he was because he was a lefty.
Yeah.
I'm very anti left-handed quarterback.
Yeah, I hate left-handed quarterback. Tim Tebow is the main.
You can literally, bro, you could be a top-tier quarterback, but if a coach see a lefty quarterback, they'll forget about a right-handed quarterback quick. And it's just like, bro, like, come on now.
Yeah. And like Randall Cunningham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Randall Cunningham.
His ability.
Man.
You're talking about like Mahomes. He was accurate. He threw the deep ball.
Yeah. I think he bases his game.
I think it's kind of like Brett Favre and Randall Cunningham.
Yes. I would take that comparison. Brett Favre's arm and just like his creativeness.
Yeah.
With Randall Cunningham's just athletic ability. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I feel like Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback that you can put him in multiple offenses and he will still be good.
Unless the Bears drafted him.
Yeah.
Then he would have
sucked.
Yeah.
I firmly believe
Justin Fields being a running back now, basically.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But he be taking off, though. I will say that.
Think Lamar's a running back. Think Lamar's a running back.
But, hey, shout out to Lamar. Pay him.
Yep, pay him.
You need to pay him.
Gotta pay him.
Just swap Fields for Lamar. Just swap Fields for Lamar. I would take it.
It's pure, because then...
I know Lamar can be a consistent passer in the league. That's the only thing.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Bears not going to pay him.
Yeah, but I really want to see Lamar with that one. I really want to see Lamar with that number one receiver though. Yeah. I really want to, because I think Lamar Jackson, because we see what Stephon Diggs did with Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen looked inaccurate as ever, and now he's probably top 3 quarterback with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
So I really wonder what Lamar Jackson would do with that true number one wide receiver. Raiders.
Even if he goes
Raiders.
to the Bears, he doesn't have a number one wide
No,
receiver.
he doesn't. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And
That's why I believe the Raiders should go for Lamar Jackson.
Mooney should not be a number one receiver. That is
He should be your number 3.
He
He should be number 3.
Claypool is not a number one.
Claypool
He's
should be a
solid
2.
But you need the one that, like,
Quentin Johnston.
like the D-Hop rumors are.
You can probably do D-Hop.
Yeah, D-Hop. Yeah, D-Hop's available.
Because everybody keeps forgetting that Justin Fields can throw the ball.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can.
He can.
Yeah.
We showed
He
that
just
at
doesn't have-
Ohio
he-
State.
he just doesn't have
the
time.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, he
when
doesn't
he
have
has-
time, and plus he kind of struggles progressing through defenses. But that also has a lot to do with your like O line.
Well, that's my biggest thing about the progression thing is you see some of the picks that he threw, like the one he threw to Jair.
Yeah,
He literally stared at St. Brown the entire route. I'm like, anyone's going to pick that off. And when he was at Ohio State, he could stare guys down because Ohio State wide receivers get open by about
they had
5
Trent
yards.
Star. They had
That's
Trent
gonna be-
Stars.
That's going to be his biggest.
To have Wilson and then have Olave
Oh, yeah.
just running down the field
That's
like
going
Then
to be the biggest.
Jackson Smith.
and Jigba.
That's going to be the biggest jump Fields would have to make is you're going to have time next year because they're going to spend money on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be better at going through progressions.
But hey,
That's his biggest thing because top to bottom, I think leadership qualities,
Yep.
fantastic. Tough as hell,
Yep.
accurate, strong arm,
Yep.
mobile.
Yep.
It's just a progression thing that I want
But
to
the
see from him.
thing is that Patrick Mahomes had that issue when he first got into the league
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
He literally people admitted that he couldn't read a coverage.
yeah. Mahomes
Yeah.
couldn't read it. Like he was just playing football just by playing football.
Andy Reid told him to go out there and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what he did basically.
And that's exactly what he did. So when he threw a pick, because look, when he threw a pick, he came off the sideline. He wasn't worried. He was just like,
Because I'm gonna throw a touchdown in the draft after.
oh,
It
I'm
don't
going to
matter.
throw a touchdown eventually. With
A
Kelsey and Tariq.
40-yarder to Tyreek right here,
Yeah, let's go.
and he did it.
Must be nice to have a coach be that. Have your
Yeah,
back
Andy
that
Reid,
much,
yeah.
you
That's
know?
the thing, though. Andy
Like
Reid
go out,
was
have
so
fun, you
cool
throw a
with
pick.
Yeah, I love
whatever.
Andy
Like,
Reid.
Next one, let's go.
But that's the same thing that we were saying earlier about the Chiefs' defense.
Mm-hmm.
That week 9 through the whatever, when they started to play, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the first thing that when a rookie starts in the NFL, their worst fear is messing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
If you have that freedom to know, like, hey, first of all, there's no one behind me. No one's going to take my spot. So even if I mess up, nothing can happen. So just go out there and play. That is the greatest feeling ever.
Absolutely.
To know that I don't have nobody over my back saying, like, hey, you better not mess up because if you do, you ain't going to play no more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Because as a rookie, it's a blessing and a curse. And don't be a first-round draft pick. Because if you become a bust, you become a bust in everybody's eyes. Not just in that organization, it's everybody's eyes. You might get a chance with somewhere else and stuff like that, but like I said, there's veterans in front of you. So now you got to
yep.
prove
It's kind of like Sam Darnold. Like everyone thought he was going to be way better because he was stuck with the Jets and Adam Gase was his head coach. Then at the Panthers, he had a good start. Well, he went like 4-0 that year.
Yeah.
And then it started to go
And then
downhill.
the Panthers kind of panthered, and then they traded everyone like, oh, we're going to lose, and they just started winning somehow too.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand the Panthers, but
Yet again, they should have took that Brian Burns trade. They should have took it. They should have took
I
it.
will say, based on the rookie thing too, you see a lot of obviously the big talent guys can make an impact, but you see a lot of late round UDFA guys. Their rookie year played really well.
Yeah.
Because
You look at
they're
Jack.
They have nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. It's just like I'm an undrafted free agent. You didn't think I was going to play anyway, so all I got to do is just bust my butt.
Like Jack Sanborn for the Bears.
Facts.
PFF had him the number 2 rated rookie linebacker this year.
Yet again, it's Pro Football Focus yet.
Well-
Yet again, it's Pro Football Focus. So, I mean, Jack Sanborn
Either
played
way,
very, very good.
Still, but like it's not. But still, like they had him like number 2 and he was undrafted.
Yeah.
So he's ahead of top 3 round guy, like first 2 day guys.
If you get that fire and that passion to be
Right.
like, no one is going to pick me.
Right.
I have to pick myself.
Right.
And if you can just believe in yourself and be like, hey, nothing's going to stop me, that takes precedence over anybody saying, hey, good job, good job,
Yeah.
good job. If
And
I
I think-
only bank on myself and I know it's only me,
Yeah.
I have nobody else to blame.
And I think that was a big difference. I think if anybody, we're in the state of Wisconsin. I watch Badger football all the time.
Yeah.
I'm watching Leo Chanel and I'm watching Jack Sanborn play on Saturdays. There was not much separating them at all. And Leo Chanel was what, second round?
yeah, no, I think it was later.
Later?
I think
but
he might have
he
been.
was. But like, what was
He was
separate?
before Sanborn.
He was before
'cause he was
Sanborn. 'cause
drafted.
yeah.
And not even PFF whatever. The other like rankings for rookie linebackers had Sanborn ahead of him, and you
Yeah.
can tell there was not much separating them. So that drive to be like, all right, I wasn't drafted. I got to prove it.
But how tall is he, though? Because I feel like that's the reason.
That probably has something
Sanborn?
with that, yeah.
I think Sanborn's only like
6'1", 6'6", 6'1".
So that's it. So
in like defenses with like their linebacker like 6'4", 270.
Exactly.
Something.
They can make those dumb Madden interceptions where they jump 20
they
feet.
want a
Yeah.
Fred Warner. That's what they want. They
Yeah.
want a Fred Warner. That's just what it is.
Jack
But the
Sanborn,
thing is that man is fundamentally sound. Like he understands when to shoot the hole. I know. All right, it's about to open up. Shoot the hole.
How tall is
Jack Sanborn is 6'2".
It's a little, but that's still not 6'4".
Yeah.
How tall is Chanel?
Chanel 6'3". Not much separating.
But it's Chanel's body type.
His body type might be the yeah.
So as long as the body type, I mean, that's you got to think about it. Everybody is literally a prize. They buy with their eyes, and then after that, if it's not necessarily working for me, then now I got to make a decision off that.
Yeah. But to the topic at hand with Patrick Mahomes, because we just had a great conversation there. But with Patrick Mahomes, where would I rank him? I will have him 4th all time, ahead of Aaron Rodgers.
Who's your top 4 though?
My top 4 is Brady, Manning, Montana, Mahomes.
Okay.
Rodgers at 5.
Where do you have Drew Brees?
7?
So how many does he have? One? He has one only, right?
Yeah, he has one, but no
been twice.
MVPs.
No MVPs. Tough to win the MVP with
And
two,
plus,
two of the great.
he had
you just said
Brady.
your number 1 and number 2, and they were winning all the MVPs.
And then there was Rodgers too.
And then Rodgers.
Yet again, it kind of goes with that because, like, even though Breeze was doing all this stats, it was those 3 dominating the era.
Oh yeah.
So
true, very true.
Don't forget Ben Roethlisberger was in there. Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan was great for a good time. He got an MVP. But you could make an argument that Drew Brees probably could have gotten into in 2011.
Oh yeah.
But doesn't that boast up some of the other top 4? Your top
It should.
Because it's like DJ.
I have no clue.
It should boast, right?
It should
Because
boast though. 'Cause if you think about, it should boast it because if you think about it, like Matt Ryan had that great year.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers had that great year. Drew Brees had that great year. So it's just like it has to boast up those other top 4, which necessarily separates the gap a little bit more. I would agree with K. Brian. I would say about 6 or 7 when it comes to
for sure.
Brees,
Okay, we're gonna
You're mute.
in this one. We're just gonna go ahead and end this one because this thing is acting very, very stupid right now. So
it just stopped as soon as you said that.
did it just stop?
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. But yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So the upcoming Pius events to look out for tonight. The boys and girls basketball teams face us New Berlin Eisenhower. The boys will be here at the field house. Their theme is pajama. Girls will face Ike at Ike. JV starts at 5:30 for the girls. Varsity at 7. And boys JV 2. All basketball coverage start at 4:15. Varsity at 7 o'clock. Friday.
Be there.
You better be there. The Black Student Union, which I am the secretary of, will be hosting a night on the court at 7:30 p.m. Basically, we will have a basketball game celebrating Black History Month, and our guy Enrique will be a featured star in that game.
Go for 30.
You're right.
Señor Carmona.
Yeah. I'll be announcing, so I'm going to be on Enrique's tail all the time. So, so you better drop 30. Don't you dare embarrass the Wise Talk name. Don't you dare. Yeah.
It's gonna be from the volleyball line.
Over under
Okay.
3.5 air balls.
Oh, over. Over.
Turn my mic up a little. Turn my mic up a little bit.
Turn your mic up.
There you go. There you go.
All right, you good. You good.
First, I gotta say, since this BSU event got announced, I have started the hashtag They Sleep movement. We gotta wake them up.
They sleep.
Me and Zane are a part of that movement. Quan's kind of on it, but me and Zane, been in that movement. They sleep. We gotta wake them up. You see me, my post on Instagram. I always talk about that. We gonna wake them up.
With what?
What you gonna do, dunk?
Y'all go see.
You gonna be
Y'all
out
go
here
see.
doing 360?
30 points, 15
Windmill,
rebounds.
East
You
Bay.
said 30 points, 15. Oh, you got like,
Oh, 30, 50. So you
think he Joel
LeBron.
Embiid.
Okay.
he will. You will. That's what you.
That's what I'm on.
I swear, if I see a skyhook, I'm
Kareem Abdul. Come on.
It's like your coffee. Kareem. I'm going crazy.
That'll be the first air ball. One.
Grayson sings.
So for Valentine's Day, the boys travel to West Allis Central. The normal times. February 15th, the girls basketball Woodland crossover, as the girls will end their season varsity at 7 p.m. And on February 16th, no, it's actually not been announced yet.
We'll know it's going to be based on record most
yeah, it's
likely.
based on. Okay, so Pius will probably most likely will host the game.
So we'll play against, I want to say, Greenfield's the number one on
Yeah.
the other side. So we'll play probably Greenfield. No, it's Greenfield.
Are you sure?
Shorewood's second.
Yeah,
Who's first? Where's second?
yeah, we're second. Pewaukee number one because
Exactly.
they're
So
undefeated.
what do we play?
So we'll play Shorewood.
Yeah.
But Shorewood's
Shorewood.
like 14-6, so we have a better record.
Okay, yeah.
So it should be at home against Shorewood if things don't change.
And February 16th, the girls' JV basketball team has a separate game against Franklin at 4 p.m. So
At the Frank.
Everybody show up.
Okay. One more thing for Pius XI Athletics, and it will be releasing soon.
yes,
I completed my mock bracket for the girls sectional. So it has my seating and reasoning, and then it shows my full actual picks, but it's just for our side. It's not for the crossover. So Pewaukee, Cudahy, South Milwaukee are on the other side. I broke down our side, gave them seatings, and you'll see who I have winning and everything like that.
all right.
One more thing before we end. Since we're talking about Pius Athletics.
Yes.
I'd like to shout out James Warren. For,
Shout out to Jay.
Shout out to James.
He
Yes.
committed to play
Big
football.
commit out here. Let's
After
go.
just playing 1 year of varsity football. 1 year of football in his whole life.
Yes.
In his whole
And
life.
he got
And
offers.
Platteville's tough.
Yeah.
Platteville is not bad.
They're not a bad program at all.
They beat Whitewater.
Yeah.
They beat Whitewater.
All I gotta say is I'll give you your flowers, bro. You go out there and you kill it.
Me too. 'cause
Great job.
I'm going to be honest with you. I had James not playing. Like, he told me he'll play, but I honestly was like, he's not playing
He ain't
unless
coming
other,
out.
Yeah,
unless I had him playing unless other people played. That I thought there were going to be other people that played from the basketball team that didn't play, and I was like, he's only going to play if they play. But
Right.
I actually commend him because he played and not other people played.
And he played the whole season, and he was committed to the game.
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Absolutely.
It was different. It was
Shout
something
out
we
to
didn't think was
James
going to
for
happen.
doing that, bro.
Yeah,
And
I actually commend him.
I definitely hope you do your best over there, bro, because you got a work ethic and stuff like that, and I appreciate that, bro. You
Yeah, we'll be rooting for you over here. The EVP just actually walked in the building. You got something to say?
Love to see my boys working out here. Sorry I couldn't make it. This
Man,
class.
shout out to Trey, though.
Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Trey.
Let's go.
I know good combos happening right now.
For
Absolutely.
You missed the NBA one, though.
Yeah, you missed the NBA one. It was a good one. Yeah.
It's okay. Out on all platforms. Coming soon.
Yeah.
We know.
Soon, Wise Talk, we out here, bro.
Yeah.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, Jay
we
Crowder
seen that.
is traded to the Milwaukee.
5
Yep.
picks.
5 picks, though. It was
5
all
picks.
second
They're all
rounders.
second
But
round, yeah.
But I think K. Brown's more happy that George Hill is gone.
yeah, George Hill is gone. George Hill got traded. Yeah, he got traded to the Pacers.
All right, y'all keep working.
All right.
For sure. But yeah, we got to get out of here. It's mod 8.
Yeah, it's my day.
It's
We
my
got to
day.
get on out
We
of
got
here.
a volleyball competitive teams tournament coming up right
I
after
got
this.
Mr. Peter Yeager.
Let's go.
And actually, I'm actually free, but I'm in the union side.
My boy always free.
Back to the union for
Thank
me.
you for having me, K. Brown.
All right, but that's gonna do it.
Wise talk
We
out,
will
wise talk
be
out.
back next month. March Madness time. Y'all
go.
gotta get ready. Y'all better get ready. We out of here.
We out, baby. Let's go.
Loyola.